Click login with Google then.
And we're
Why?
live.
I'm not sure I want to have an account on this thing.
He doesn't want
It doesn't
to.
make it.
It makes an account if you log in. That's how accounts work.
Okay, so here's the thing.
No, this
What
is
does
Patrick.
it matter if you have an account with them or not?
I don't know. Maybe I'll get some shit mailed into my junk box that I don't need.
That's why it goes to the junk box, you dick beater.
Yeah, but maybe I want an empty junk box. You ever thought about that?
You gotta click the empty button.
Dude, I hope somebody recorded this.
We're live on the internet.
Oh, great.
We have been for about a minute, so about the start of that argument.
Oh my god.
Excellent.
The most glorious thing I have heard.
That needs to be a clip.
You have Google.
I mean, Dan, just go to the channel. You can clip it yourself.
Oh, man.
It came with your fucking Windows. Did you eat your slice of pizza? Did you eat your slice of pizza?
Yeah.
What did you think?
It was good.
Pizza.
What do you say, Kale?
Pizza.
Do you want
Pizza.
Pizza.
Do you want
Bussy.
Do you want pizza, Kale?
Pizza. No, I'm actually quite full. Unlike you guys, I had lunch.
Yeah, we just kind of
Died.
hibernated.
I had Arby's. It's
KO.
pretty good.
It says you're playing Halo 2 right now.
It does because I forgot to update it. I'm in the middle of updating it.
Update faster, forehead.
Dungeons and Dragons.
What? So if you update in the middle of the stream, does it like fuck with it?
No.
No. Because every time I've up,
It'll mess with it like in the while it's being stored for the 14 days that they're being stored. But I can just go through and edit it.
Okay.
Yeah. Why was I on the actual channel? Oh, right, because I was linking things to... Yeah. Hi, viewers.
Hello.
Hello.
It's Wednesday D&D, my dudes.
It's Wednesday, my dude.
Oh, I need to get the spooky dark playlist for our spooky dark game.
The stream did not catch it.
It's a shame.
It didn't?
Nope. The first thing I can get is go to my channel and you can clip it yourself.
Oh.
Oh, you got robbed.
Just missed it. Yeah.
Just missed
Damn.
it.
Yeah, y'all missed a really good argument.
Speaking of really good arguments, while Mo's taking his sweet old time doing whatever the fuck he's doing, I don't know, beating his meat, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
All right. I'm going to go smoke 10 cigarettes.
That seems excessive. That seems excessive.
Nah.
You okay there, bud?
No, it's fine.
Cool.
I guess boring. When we're done with today's session.
A friend of mine says a couple nights ago I apologized to Chef Ramsay and Patty Lapone for eating the gourmet cat food we were show. It was a
Half of what you're saying is not coming through.
damn it.
Face your mic towards you.
It is towards me.
Put it near
Fix
your
your
face.
shit.
It's right. It's like 2.5 inches from my mouth.
Pick up,
I'm, like,
woman.
eating my mic.
Maybe that's
need
why
to-
only half the words come through.
You need to turn down
No,
your
I
noise
just,
gate.
yeah, I turned down my noise gate.
Turn
I-
down for what?
I keep mine around like negative 55 decibels.
You don't live with Kyle.
She can't do that because she's in the same room as Rip.
Yep.
I mean, hell, even I have to keep mine at like 65 just to keep him from coming through the wall.
Right, yeah. But anyway, my friend had a dream about a nuclear survival situation. It says a couple nights ago, I apologized to Chef Ramsay and Patty Lapone for eating the gourmet cat food we were making for the show because he needed to conserve rations. Like, I just want to see Patty Lapone and Gordon Ramsay in the same room.
Making gourmet cat food.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone here who had that person write them about an N64 and theft at a previous workplace? Was that ever resolved?
Oh, that was me.
Yeah, was that ever?
So I ended up getting a hold of a friend of mine and being like, "Hey, what the fuck's up?" And then she messaged that guy, and then that guy started messaging me all of a sudden again and being all like apologetic and like, "Oh man, I'm sorry, I thought it was you." And I was like, after he popped off the mouth at me.
Mm-hmm.
And now he keeps texting me and wants to hang out and be friends. And I'm like, dude, I don't even want to fucking talk to this guy. Maybe I should just let him think I stole it.
No. Befriend him, then steal his N64 because then he can't accuse you. Because he can't accuse twice, so he would overthink it.
I don't know how he's gonna accuse a guy that hasn't worked there in over like almost a year.
Dude, he hasn't worked there in 2 years. Like,
What the fuck?
but like
Why
apparently
would
he had
now
just
be like,
apparently he had just checked his fucking 64 for the first time and realized that the expansion pack had been taken out of it, and he blamed me for it because apparently I was working with him that day.
who does that though? Like,
Yeah,
you
like
check like something that was stolen probably 2 years ago, and you automatically just jump to somebody, some random guy that you worked with stole it. Like what?
Mm-hmm.
Nonsense.
man, I don't know how to use this art station thing. Like, I'm fucking with it, but I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, it don't just turn people into horrible mutants.
Yeah, that's what keeps happening with me. I keep accidentally turning people into mutants.
Did you try to make an account first?
No, I signed it with Google because
That's
why the fuck?
making an account.
I mean, sure.
You made an account.
But like, I want to like change. I'm trying to make Goron, but I mean, obviously, I can't just like take away the hair. I guess so. I gotta find a previously bald picture. But apparently, you can add hair if it's not there. I don't fucking know, man. Like, I'm seeing various different types of hair from the same portrait, and I can't take the hair off myself.
It's way easier to add something to a picture than it is to remove it.
Yeah, add toasters and copper dogs.
So yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, it's neat.
I mean, it's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect.
But like, I don't know if I'll be able to make Goron with it. Like, maybe if Goron looked a little bit more human.
He's just a big human. He's a Goliath.
Yeah, but it's the gray skin and the white hair that I'm having trouble making happen, and then on top of that, trying to find something that's already previously bald to do it with. And then I see some of this shit, and I'm just like, but how did you make that happen?
Magic.
I looked at the website and then I saw the furries and I was like, I don't want to be on this website anymore.
Okay, bye.
Stop it, Dan. You're making Caps upset.
I'm not a furry.
Wait, what?
No, this is a fucking stupid joke they like to say. They seem to think I'm a fucking furry.
But
I
why
mean,
you-
it's that you just literally just went, I'm not a furry out of nowhere. That's a
I'm not a fucking furry.
suspiciously specific denial.
it's
Like,
okay to be a,
you said that I was one, you fuckers.
it's okay if you're a filthy furry. It's
You know,
okay.
all of you guys can just fucking blow me. I'm tired of this shit.
I don't judge you. I just judge, judge furries.
Well, no, isn't the thing that he likes tiefling, and then there's a debate that
Tieflings are furries. Yeah, that's kind of what they
Yeah.
go with.
I mean they have animalistic features.
Not
Yep.
really though.
See, that's what I'm saying. Not really, though.
Like
Yep,
Mo-
they do, Mo. Yes, they do, Mo.
Mo,
You
is a
agree
tail
with us
and
here?
horns animalistic? I think so.
I believe that that you like. Yeah, I think there's a solid argument for in both for both sides of this. But I think it's that they often have animalistic what's the word,
Features.
but they don't necessarily have those.
They have horns animalistic features. What is a tiefling?
You could have a tiefling that looks complete that looks like alien, like it looks twisted and weird and not even like it looks humanoid, but it looks weird.
Like a
but not-
furry?
Like a furry. Way to kill the fucking joke by overanalyzing it.
No,
Congratulations, Caps. You're no longer a furry. Mo ruined the joke for all time in the future.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing
Thank
here
you.
is I'm a terrible person, and you'll have to live with it. As long
No,
as
we can fix this by overanalyzing it even further. Hear me out.
Okay, go
I'm
on.
hearing you out.
Now, if Caps likes tieflings because they have horns and a tail, he likes the animalistic features, which makes him a furry.
And it also makes him.
Point?
It's, but also, it's also
it's
denial because he says that he plays tiefling when he should just be playing a furry. So he's trying to deny that it's a furry he
Yes.
wants to play.
Yes, it is, Chad. I love graphic design. I'm glad you enjoy my stupid fucking splash page.
Oh, we have people watching. Then I'll stop being a total
We've had
shit.
people watching for 13 minutes.
Look, this is the content that people want.
Yes.
Content is content.
I mean,
They
content
don't
is
care about
content.
They don't care about the D&D game at all. All they care about is Caps a furry?
Are tieflings furry? And our consensus is that no, but Caps is a furry.
Yeah.
If tieflings were
Well-
anything, I would say they'd be more scaly.
You know, I'm gonna leave the
That's not-
chat.
that's-
I just
be honest-
point out that devil
No, you
girl
guys are getting to
fetishes
the
are
point
something
where it is
completely
actually
different
getting.
Melissa,
than thinking
what
lizards are
lizards have?
attractive.
What lizards have? I mean,
To be honest-
would you say that their horns are more lizard-like
Oh,
than
God.
like
To be hon-
mammal-like?
They're demonic, is what
be
they
honest,
are.
Their
Yeah.
future.
Devil
their future
girl is a different fetish.
To be honest, no, but the thing is, devil features are often bull-like or other goat-like, whatever, because it's a taboo thing to
Actually, demons and devils are different things.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking.
Did,
I'm
did
talking
this
outside of
did this
D&D. I'm
discussion
talking
start
about-
without my involvement whatsoever?
It needs
Yeah.
to end so we
Right.
can do D&D.
someone don't want to be called a fairy. But no. To be honest,
Devil girls are furry. Moving on.
Devil girls.
All
are a
right
completely
then,
different
people.
fetish.
Are we ready for some D&D?
no, but we'll manage.
So, who wants to do the recap of the misadventures of your team last time?
Daniel does.
We saved a white dragon.
Probably a bad decision on your part in hindsight, but yes.
Probably, yeah.
It was good in the moment.
It didn't eat us.
Nope. Anything else you remember?
Okay, I can do a recap. So we went into this janky ass mountain cavern thing, and inside this was a really big annoying fae that almost tried to kill us with the scenery. And afterwards, we went into this heretical pocket dimension where everything was sin, which was great.
Everything's in.
And afterwards, we went and saw a few of these undead cultist guys, like chanting "They're great, good" around this dragon thing, and then we smashed them, and some fucky wucky stuff made the dragon into a bird, so it can fly away, and then the dragon smashed, and our DM was like, "Oh wait, we're overdue, so the dragon's just gonna kill everyone," and it was like, "I don't like you, but thanks," and it went away.
That was the worst recap I've ever heard. Thank
Yep.
God.
That's what I did it because I wanted to do a terrible job.
You succeeded at doing a terrible job. I'm very proud of you.
Task failed
Task failed
successfully.
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 I got my I got
But
coffee
yes.
in my nose.
You guys entered into the cavernous system that bisect the entire mountain chain surrounding the seat of the goddess. Through some trials and tribulations, you navigated the treacherous and steep cliffs within, narrowly avoiding plunging into the depths of the abyss. By virtue of your more stronger companions, effectively
Talking about
holding
Leo.
onto the rope. You found a bridge to cross over to where you thought you were going to be heading, but then there you saw a strange fake spirit. This spirit seemed to either hamper or aid your process, holding out its palm and telling you to stop. And when it did so, icicles fell from above, crushing the bridge and forcing you all to take a long detour. Thankfully, none of you succumbed to the drop, so to speak. And eventually, after a long day's travel, you managed to make your way to the other side of the mountain, where you were greeted by the sound of a draconic roar. But it was time for the day to come to an end, so using Don's magical dagger to transport you all back to the safe confines of his genie beloved's home, you had yourself a nice rest, with the exception of your rather devout cleric who was surrounded by heresy the entire time. But rest went on without a problem, and come morning, you continued on your trek until you found a trail of blood leading you into a valley that would take you all the way to the first of 7 peaks. Here, you found 3 harbingers, these undead anti-druids of sorts, performing some form of vile ritual upon the bound form of a majestic white dragon, now bedraggled and defiled. However, you guys rushed to its aid, vanquished the harbingers, and saved the dragon with a lot of ingenuity by polymorphing it into a small bird, letting it fly, and then releasing its form, so that it could use its breath weapon to take out the undead wolves the harbingers had summoned to the side. Right before we left off the drag, you heard another draconic roar from a even higher peak of the mountain. The dragon, whose name was Rexorim, name-dropped another, Melxora, before he took flight and disappeared towards the origin of this cry. Now we gather the party once more upon these blood-stained, snow-capped fields, nestled in between two rising hills of stone. You find yourselves wading again through this otherwise untouched peak. The metal pillar struck into the ground remains where it is, where a skull of some large creature has been decoratively placed on top of it. The trail of blood is still fresh around the pillar, and, well, scars of battle are still a little bit weary upon your senses, in one of your cases, more so than the other, as Ram, the bite you suffered earlier, is giving you no small amount of discomfort. It is this burning sensation in your skin, a mixture of pain and itch that just begs to be scratched. You suffer 1 point of exhaustion.
Man, you weren't kidding.
Sorry, I thought I was muted.
All good.
You all right?
Nah,
Me
I'm
either.
in this D&D group, so something gotta be wrong with me.
Right. So, Nick, from your position looking around, you can see that right northward of your current position, through the snow capped across a field, seems to lie a pathway that leads up the other side of the mountain towards the next peak.
Got a path over here.
Same direction as the dragon flew.
Same direction as our giant scaly friend.
I wouldn't call it friend.
Giant
Also,
scaly
both of you
air
forgot
quotes friend.
Also, both of you got the dragon warned us of the hag in sheep clothes. You know,
Oh yeah, that's important. too.
Right.
which
Um,
which we might have already met.
Which we've definitely already met.
hey, Ram,
Yeah,
where did you get bitten?
my arm.
Let me see that.
I got a medicine kit if you need it.
I'm gonna do 5 points of lay on hands.
All right, to cure a disease.
Yep.
You touch his hand, and the pain of the wound remains. However, the lethargy and weariness that you were feeling washes away as Sigrun touches her hand around the wound. The festering seemingly closes away, though the wound is still fresh. And the disease that was coursing through your veins is no more.
It's much better.
I'm going to take a moment and use Second Wind.
Can do.
Is anyone in dire need of aid beside our big burly friend?
As long as we don't have any more large encounters like that for the rest of the day, I think I'll be fine.
How many days did we have left to accomplish your quest?
1.
So I
Three,
think we.
I think we have 3.
Yep, we've been up here for 2 days. We're on the 3rd day, so we have this and 2 days more. Don says, slightly concerned.
So let's not rush into anything.
We have
Also, the day has only just started.
there's
there
like
is
6
going
more
to be-
peaks.
Yep, you guys have a lot of daylight to burn. It's still in morning.
You know, I was actually thinking it's taken us 2 days to reach the first peak, and maybe maybe we should.
Go back
Ronnie
down there and
should-
cut them down.
Well, we
We
have
could do that.
No,
we have
that's not possible.
encountered. We have definitely a lead of what's wrong with the mountain. Maybe that'll be enough for him to give us a few more days. Because
Leo looks at Dawn very, very clearly doubting that.
I don't think it's a good idea to go back.
I think it's all or nothing with this guy.
Are we? We're not taking a short rest here, are we?
You can if you wish.
That was directed at the party.
Yeah. I have no need for it. Most of my stuff is long rest anyway.
Yeah, I'm doing
I'm fine for
okay
now.
now that I
Yeah.
got
I'll be
healing.
okay.
I could use a short rest, but if everybody else is okay, then
If anyone needs healing, Ronnie has plenty of spell slots.
Bless you.
thank you.
I think the only thing I get back on a short rest is my
I could use some
channel-
healing.
I'll take it if we're doing.
I'm at like half health.
Mm.
I would nominate that we use a short rest before we use spells.
I mean, sure.
Because like we can't spend hit die in a fight.
Hmm.
No, yeah, it's an excellent point.
I know.
It's just
It's almost as if
I'm
I've thought
Gucci.
about this.
Like I'm Gucci for the rest of the day, so I'm not gonna argue one way or the other.
Then short rest.
Yeah, let's catch our breaths. Why not?
I think the only thing I get back is my enchant divinity at a short
Yep.
rest.
I get my second win back.
I'll burn some hit die.
I'll burn one.
I'm
Does
probably gonna have to burn a
Dawn know
lot.
like Song of Rest or
bad.
something like that?
Yep. Song of Rest, you'll get an extra 1d6.
Sweet.
Didn't need it.
Nice.
I'm at full health, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what happens when you stay in the middle of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a frontliner. I'm meant to get
That
damage.
put me at exactly my hit point cap.
Nice.
Don't lay in them
And
sweet
another
tunes.
one. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
6.
Plus.
Another.
But I think if we went back to try and find the old crone, we would only find her camp. I believe that if we move forward, we'll run into her, or more likely to run into her.
Yeah, fuck the crown. I was thinking about the guy who about to kickstart the apocalypse. Well, for us, the apocalypse, I do not want to be stuck on this mountain when the world-ending storm kicks in.
Well, it's just gonna end these mountains, right?
Right.
Yes, and guess who happens to be on this mountain?
Well, then
You got to
there's-
remember, to Dawn, he's the only person that exists in the world. He's very bad at object permanence.
So your world is you.
More or less.
That's an incredible way to view the world. I would call it incredibly dumb, but
No, I kind of agree with it.
it's a unique perspective. I'll give you that.
It's not true.
What?
We're here for Ronnie.
That is true.
Even if
I kind of forgot why we were here after I punched that Drake. It was kind of cool.
Even so, I do recall, if the hag is truly the old woman we met near the Wyverns, didn't she mention that she had an abode in an abandoned tower somewhere in these mountains?
She did, yes.
Let's go knock it down.
Let's not burn it to
Want
the
to
ground.
play
I
with
know-
this hag? Why not just leave her the fuck alone?
Well,
She might be causing the problem.
let's have a well-mannered talk with the old woman before we start pointing our fingers and yelling heretic.
That's rich coming from you.
I'm a heretic myself. It takes one to know one.
Weren't you
If
the
she is
one that
indeed
was?
a hag, I fear there may not be any parley. Do you know much of hags?
I
Contrary
don't know.
to
What do you roll?
Could I do a religion check on that?
Yes, you can roll religion, history, or arcana. Religion.
21.
what's the highest of those for me?
Oh, blackjack.
So religion will tell you what the church knows
Nice.
about hags. Arcana will tell you what you can read about in stuff like the Institute produces, like wizards' tomes and studies. And history will get you hearsay.
What can athletics get me?
Nothing.
Perfect.
I have an equal part 0 in all of the available choices.
I love that I have more survival than I have religion.
Well, you are a heretic, so.
Shush, shush.
Just for reference, Leo is doing his nervous tick of sharpening the sword fruitlessly.
So, Sigrun, and to a lesser degree, also Seraphos, both of you know hags are definitely among the most dangerous outsiders. That is to say, they do not belong in this realm of existence. And typically, they appear as old, wizened women, though they can also take the form of younger women if they so want. They are shapeshifters by nature. They possess unnatural eldritch magic, which they wield through the use of different paraphernalia and sort of like a sympathetic magic where they inscribe and create twisted magical items.
Gotcha.
And they enjoy preying on the weak, and to create misery is effectively what they live for. This is what the religion gets you. The arcana. Hags are fey creatures. They come from the fey realm, same as fairies, pixies, and the Morrigan. They act oftentimes as solitary creatures that loathe the company of others, though they do occasionally create covens with always 3 hags in a coven. When 3 hags convene and create a coven, it is always for a distinct purpose. Let's see what more Arcana would get you. Yes, their magic isn't typically tied to their own ability. Hags do not learn how to cast magic, but rather they use magical items to sort of create ersatz magic, which makes it very difficult to counter because it doesn't hold the same. It doesn't follow the rules and the principles that mortals cast spells with. And history, Goran, hags are known to, as with religion, they prey on the misfortunate and those who want more than they can have. They offer bargains, much like other fae, but such bargains always end up with the mortal on the short end of the stick. There are countless stories among even your tribe that act as these warnings for dealing with a hag, to never approach them in a position of weakness and to never trust their word or what they say, unless you get their true name in the process, at which point they have to do as you wish.
2 questions in regards to all the information that I have. One, do I know if they're bound by these these contracts, deals they make? Like, do I have an idea if they're lawful at all?
With a religion of 15, you have heard that hags, when a hag gives her word, she has to keep it as per some form of ancient fey law.
Yeah.
They are loath to do so, though, and will generally twist it to their in any way, shape, or form that they can.
Second question: could this old woman could she just be an old woman? Question mark. Or am I certain that she is a hag?
You are not certain. All you have is the word from the dragon speaking of a hag existing.
All right.
Mind
Fair
you,
enough.
hag can also be used as an insult to any old woman or any
Yeah.
woman, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah, fair enough. I think we should move with caution, but there's no reason to kill an old lady if she's just an old lady. And we did save her from those wyverns, so I think we have an upper hand in any parlaying that might occur.
If she is a hag, I don't think she would have needed our help with the wyverns.
I would
Doesn't
agree with
matter.
that.
Yeah. They attacked her for a reason.
Alternatively,
I mean,
Hear
that
me out.
reason could have been
recall
food.
Someone wanted to speak, but was rudely interrupted.
We were also warned or told of her being up there. Somebody who had knowledge of the herbs. So it's possible that the hag would be deeper into the mound.
Ah, so that evidence may suggest that she is indeed some kind of
monster.
yes.
Well, she seemed pretty familiar with the place, like she's been here a long time. From what I've gathered, these are rather recent events since they kind of spurred it.
But that said, I don't want to be known as the guy who kicks the door down and wants to kill someone without proper knowledge of their intent.
Right. I don't want that on my hands again. I've been there. I've done that. I won't do it again.
Okay. So we're what? On the third day into this out of 7?
Yeah,
So we go forward the rest of the day.
Yes. And we look for a tower.
We find what we find. If we don't find her, then we have to go back and we have to directly stop the druid. But we have essentially until the end of the day if we want to make it back on time.
I don't know much about dragons, but are they to be trusted with their words?
nope.
Wouldn't they, if the dragons are behind this? I don't know much about dragons. I'm not some scholar. I might be an
I
acolyte.
doubt so. The druids kind of worship the dragons, and they're usually not magically inclined. At least not for this kind of magic.
But still, so we head on, look for a tower. Is there anything else we're looking for?
Spooky shit.
Plants.
Things that want to kill us.
We're
so
also
on and
looking
so
for
forth.
plants.
All right. The
Oh
plan.
yeah. Do we have any indication of where we'll find this?
On the mountain ledges.
Yeah, didn't that old lady give us some directions?
She did, yes.
Yeah. Also, the botanists back in the village say they were growing like on the very edge of the mountain.
Well, we're pretty much on the mountain right now, so did we
We'll
go-
keep our eyes peeled. But
Well-
yeah, like Ram said, we're probably gonna have to head back regardless what we find today, or we're gonna be stuck up here.
Does anyone remember what? Wait, I wasn't there, but does anyone remember what the hack said about where to find these?
Let me see if I have that in my notes.
I just remembered that Silverfuss wasn't there for that.
Oops.
Whoopsie. Sorry about that. He hasn't met the old hack, so
That's okay. You can just assume we told you about it.
yeah.
Well,
Ha-
I don't know. She mentioned a strange fellow coming up here about a year ago. I don't know if that was a character or not.
That's
Out of character.
Oh yeah. But
That was Seraphos she was
Yeah.
referring to.
Okay.
Are you finding anything in your notes?
1 hour later.
Well,
I mean, if
hour.
If we're ready to go.
Yeah, I don't see no reason not to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't find where I wrote down where she said to look for them.
It was she had a cave.
Yeah,
Yep.
I do remember that there was a cave, and I can't remember the rest
When you
of
enter
that.
the cave, she said to take a left exit. It was a cave
Right. Yeah,
or
yeah,
you
yeah.
enter the old dwarven ruins, according to her words.
So we've passed it.
I'm not
I
sure.
mean, as far as I know, the cave only had one way to go, and that was the a cliff edge we scuttle along.
Right.
Could be wrong
Yeah.
though.
Yep, the bridge was technically a left turn.
It was,
The
but
one
we
that
can't
got
go that
collapsed.
way.
Well,
yeah, you can't exactly go that way.
Like a light bulb, sorry, not a light bulb, a flame appears above surface head. Maybe the hag is that thing we saw in the caverns.
Yeah, we're still not sure if it was trying to kill us or save us.
Why not both?
Well, that doesn't
It's
make
not-
very much
it's-
sense.
It's not as if the Fae aren't known to be able to shapeshift. We saw one do it right in front of us because it got sad or happy or whatever.
Well, they are the enemy, so there's that.
well,
We need to move forward.
We are moving and talking.
I
Actually-
assume you're holding this conversation over the course of the short rest.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, it's an hour rest, so we have plenty of time to
You
talk.
have plenty of time to
Yeah.
discuss your proceedings from here on.
But I take it that.
I mean, if we
move-
can come up with a good enough story, maybe we can convince him to give us some more time.
Maybe with your tongue.
Who-
Ronnie
Phrasing?
raises her hand
Yes.
Mm.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ronnie.
and she begins weaving her hand. And as she does, eventually you hear a ooh, ooh, as a owl comes flying and sits on her hand. I can send him a message through my familiar.
Sure, tell him that we're on the trail, but we're not really making progress because, man, this mountain is tough. You must be a really strong and handsome and powerful dude to have made that climb, and we're not.
Wait,
We're
that
not
doesn't
nearly
spark
as
much
handsome.
confidence in us.
No, but it appeals to his ego.
Does he have an ego? He's a druid. I don't know.
Did
know.
you not talk to him?
No, I didn't
I mean-
actually.
He
No.
definitely has an ego.
I'm not calling Tagorin handsome.
That's fair.
Fine, just tell him that we're on the lead, but we need more time.
I,
We're the
He should have known that 7 days is a really strict time limit for a bunch of stray. Just
I
to
think-
do a task not even he could do.
I think that was his point.
she begins talking to the owl, and eventually it flies up and disappears off into the brewing storm. Well, it's not really a storm. It's just light snowfall at the moment, but, well, figuratively speaking, of course.
As long as the owl doesn't call him a dickhead or something, we'll be all right, I think.
Well, that's ultimately up to Ronnie.
I told my familiar to just make sure to inform him of everything we've learned thus far. That there might be hag activity on the mountains, that there are undead as we've seen, and that they want something with our dragons. I'm hoping that his reverence to the dragons will stem his paranoia for a little bit and give us enough time to continue our travels.
So then we should brag that we saved the dragon.
They are sacred to our people, after all.
Well, at least we got that on our resume. Let's just hope we hear back from the owl before nightfall so we can make a decision what to do tomorrow.
What's a resume?
Calda is fast. I'm sure she'll make it back to us in time.
Good.
Well then, I guess we just get ready to move whenever.
All right. An hour passes, and your travels continue onwards. The morning air still lies crisp upon this mountainside. As you travel onwards across the craggy vales that this peak has to offer, beyond this position there is little vegetation to speak of. Few trees grow this high up upon a mountain. The air is growing thinner by every elevation that you cross over, making breathing tougher, and every step seems a little bit heavier than it was before. Your first task is to cross over a larger field. The field itself is consisting mostly just of snow and the occasional rock formation peeking out from beneath the white blanket that has fallen upon it. But as with before, the snow is deep, and in places you find yourself stepping your leg down and only to almost careen downwards into the snow itself, as deep snow wells seem to have formed specifically around some of the rock formations.
It's like
Can I get a let's say constitution check? If you have athletics proficiency, you add your proficiency bonus to this.
I do. So I can add a +3 to this roll. Oh boy!
You
So,
said a check or a save?
Constitution check, and you add your
question.
Hey! Oh,
Oh, I wasn't supposed to be at advantage.
Silvers.
Mhm.
That's still
What
a
if we have
20.
expertise in athletics?
Then you add double
Yeah.
your proficiency bonus.
Tight.
So that's
Alright.
a wait. Yeah, that's
So I get to roll my
27.
constitution. Then I get to add +7.
Yes,
Can I have your +7?
I got a dirty 20.
that's a
got
constitution
26.
save. So that's
Oh, sorry.
that already contains your proficiency bonus.
Oh, okay. Well, still.
All right. It is a difficult and tiring trek that you take across this field, and moving faster, I presume you can still choose to travel at any pace you want.
I'd say a steady pace would be the way to go.
I mean, we
Yeah.
kind of are on a time limit.
yeah.
Steady pace, so normal
Yeah.
then, or fast.
Yeah, I'd say normal.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
All right, you continue onwards at a normal pace. Crossing this field and then up the side of the hill of this mountain takes a better half of almost 2.5 hours. And at the end of it, most of you are doing just fine. You are actually, let me quickly roll for these two guys. Lug is doing fine, and Ronnie is also doing fine. But Sigrun, as you continue walking, fatigue begins to build on your shoulders, as you have a little bit of poor luck crossing it. Your steps seem to almost attract the bloody snow. You find yourself struggling and fighting through snow a little bit more than the others do. You gain 1 stack of exhaustion.
Yep.
Eventually, you come to the base of this mountain, and there you see there is indeed, like Nick said, a cavern entrance, not too far from your current position, just a short climb. However, you also see a ledge higher up on a mountain, but that is going to be quite a steep climb. Not impossible, mind you, but it's going to be difficult and dangerous in another sense of the word.
Dawn is gonna look toward Sigrun as she seems to struggle after this long trek. You okay there?
I'll survive.
You need
You
Lug
look-
to carry you.
You look rather winded. Here, he says, fishing out the owl totem that we have with you. Why don't you give this one a good luck rub? Should get you back up.
All right. Yeah, I'll rub the owl totem there.
Rub
Yep.
it.
And yep, that gets rid of 1 stack of exhaustion.
If you wish. That's the only reason you choose it, but yes, it has multiple uses, one of which is to get rid of a single stack of exhaustion.
Because exhaustion sucks.
Yes, it does.
Holding the totem, you are invigorated. You feel as if wings are sprouted on your back and a massive load seemingly lifts from your shoulders.
Thank you. Yeah, that'll be good.
Nice. So, Don says, looking up at the ledge and to the cave. How far up is the ledge?
Several hundred feet.
Oh.
Mm. Hey, Leo, you seem to be rather nimble. You wanna get up there and see if you can see any flowers?
Leo stops what he's doing, looks over at Dawn.
Mind you, looking at it, I'll say, Ram, you're the outdoorsman of the group. The climb itself isn't you will not be it's not a 90-degree climb. It's more like a very steep hill. You're probably still going to want to anchor yourself, but you will be climbing with both arms and legs and sort of like leaning your body upwards. So it's not like a 90 degrees climb, more like maybe 45, 60.
Okay.
Yeah, but
climb.
Leo got climbing speed, so for him it shouldn't be that difficult. It's just like walking.
Yeah, you can also tell that climb, you could knock it out in an hour, maybe, but you'll be pretty winded if you speed run up the side of that hill.
You want me to do it, or are we all gonna climb it?
Why don't you go ahead and scout it out?
I mean, you are the hands down best climber we got.
Yeah,
Damn
we don't
right
all
I
have
am.
to. I mean, we don't all have to go up there if there's no reason. That's kind of what we've been looking for.
Let me stretch that for a second. All right.
Ought to use the climbing kit. That way you can just slide back down.
That was my plan.
Okay.
So, Leo, taking the climbing kit, just kind of rolls his shoulders and then scampers up the side of it like some sort of spider.
All right, he begins climbing. It's gonna take him. Do you scamper up quickly, or do you scamper up at a steady pace, or do you take it low and slow?
Steady pace.
Steady pace. Okay, it's going to take you about 1.5 hours, and I need you to make 3 athletic checks for me. All right, cool. Now I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. So it begins a bit without problems. The first third of the run, you just sort of like get a feel for how the cliff hangs and how it looks. And your speed isn't anything to write home about, but it is steady, and the others can stand watch you run down there to make sure that everything is going perfectly fine. Let me just roll a thing. All right. Second half, you just instantly get a feel for this, and like a monkey, you begin swinging yourself up and just catching on, setting down the pylons, and tearing away into the snow, finding your footsteps perfectly fine. And it's been about an hour at this point in time. Will anyone else have done something in the meantime while you guys are effectively waiting around?
Do a
Spider
flip.
Leo.
Oh.
Spider Leo does whatever a spider does. What's he got?
Yeah,
Buttons and shit.
Don is gonna ask for the other two. Gonna ask Ram and Nick if they wanna like go scout ahead in the cave, because I think
Yes.
those are the sneaky people.
We are the
Yes,
sneaky people.
I was gonna say I'm gonna sneak into the cave and scout a little bit.
I will join
Alright.
you. Would you like me to make it really sneaky for us?
Yes. Yes,
Cool.
that would be
I'll
fantastic.
spend 2 key points and cast Pass Without a Trace. As long
Awesome.
Nice.
as long as we're within 30 feet of me, we have a +10 to stealth.
Cool.
You're about to be
Yeah.
invisible.
Fuck yeah.
Yep. All right. You cast your spell, and this aura surrounds you, and both of you head into the cavern. Give me a moment to find the right people. Wrong kind of thing. Then, of course, it does. God thing. And that's KO. Sneaking into the cavern, you first have to navigate a very narrow passage, and I need 2 stealth checks from the two of you.
2 from both? Or just 2?
No, 1 each, naturally.
Okay.
With a +10.
Oh.
21.
Well, Don is exactly sneaky. I noticed now because he doesn't have my dex, but I said he's there, so. Oof.
Hmm.
Nice.
Well, +10 is good.
13.
13 isn't bad.
Oh.
No,
Minimum
here is-
everything.
So here is how the proceedings go. First comes Ram. He sneaks across without a single noise, scattering from one side of this passage to the other, hiding behind a pair of icicles. Seeing nothing around, he motions for Nick to come over, but Nick is already behind him at that point. And then you see Don come walking, hands in his pocket, just looking around a little bit like he's
Whistling.
scrolling through.
God.
The 3 of you find yourself in a deep cavern. However, you see that there are multiple sources of light shining in. They don't seem to be complete windows. You can make perception checks if you want to figure out what it is.
Sure. I'm good at those.
Oh, yes, you are.
All right, Don rolled the highest. Don,
I have a +7. I rolled an 11. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Mhm.
I rolled my
Sometimes-
passive perception.
Sometimes it
Jeez.
be like that.
Mm.
Don, you realize that those holes, they are sort of like cracks and openings into the cavern, but they have been covered by snow. The light refracts through the thick blankets of snow. And you realize that if Leo accidentally clambers over one of those, he is going to drop right into this cavern.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing he's got his rope.
oh yeah, you can't fall more than 20 feet, right? Or is it
25.
25.
Mhm.
How high up are those?
Oh,
20
they
feet.
are far up. We're talking hundreds of feet up.
Well, Leo, Don kind of nods up towards the hole. Well, he says, I sure hope he doesn't fall through one of those. Or maybe I hope that he does. That would be kind of fun too.
Maybe you should go back and tell the others to holler up at him about it.
In the distance. I am half elf and I'm climbing a
As-
rock.
as
Climby,
I'm
climby rock.
Watching him climb a rock, I'm just going to be ready to start flying if I need to.
All right. I mean, You have a 30 feet flying speed with your transformation for 1 minute. That means if you take the dash action, you can move 600 feet, which might be enough.
That's the hope.
That said, as you guys look about the cavern you're in, you see that the cavern itself is a labyrinthian depth of winding paths that all seem to lead upwards in different directions. There are several other entrances into this cave, through which natural passageways appear, or they do not appear and there are just bedrolls like the ones you see in the ceiling. It's hard to tell which of the pathways will take you to where you want to go. You can try and make a intelligence check to try and find the best path forward.
All right.
So everybody's just gonna fuck off while Leo goes climbing.
Yep, pretty much, yes.
Tight.
Gordon's waiting to see if he falls to his death.
Thanks. Gordon. Very cool.
Who was it that could do an intelligence check?
Well,
The people in the cave, I assume.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, try. Oh, hey. Not bad for
Not
a
bad.
zero.
Not bad at all. All right, we'll return to that in a moment as we cut back to Leo. Leo, you are climbing still. The winds are now beginning to catch on, and as you climb, you find yourself with a face full of snow drifting that has been caught by the winds and tumbled down the side of the mountain. Make a nature check for me.
Oh boy. Get ready for that with 0.
Oh, that wasn't bad.
All right. Looking up, you can see that the winds are pulling snow and drift snow away from the top, and you realize the mountain is definitely in an avalanche risk. Loud noises or any disturbance might cause an avalanche.
I hope those assholes don't make any noise. Meanwhile,
hey, you're up there!
I use thaumaturgy just to try and get in contact with the others. No, just kidding. How do you do?
everything okay up there?
I cast Shatter.
Haha, thaumaturgy goes. brrrt.
So now is the second leg of your journey, and that one goes swimmingly for the most part, at the very least. You climb and climb and climb. Eventually, you find yourself digging into something and finding your hand sort of like missing a stone and going through something.
Oh.
And then you pull yourself up and push a little bit at the snow, and you guys in the cave, you see a shadow appear up on the ceiling, and some of the snow begin to fall down.
That
I
can't
could
be
shoot
good.
it.
Shoot the snow, Ram. Shoot the snow.
No, I actually think it's out of range. I only got 120 feet.
Yeah, it's probably a bit more than 120 feet.
Well, I don't hear any screaming, so I suppose he only poked part of himself through. Let's hope he's smart enough to figure this one out. Dances with press X to doubt face.
Leohorn, pushing through, you see just little bits into the cavern. You cannot see the stealthed people because your passive perception isn't good enough, but you do find that you have found an alternate entrance into the caverns.
One that's hundreds of feet above everything else.
Yeah, more or less.
So
Yeah.
it's less like a cavern and more like a big igloo.
Yeah, the more you punch in, eventually you see that there is a level. So looks to be some sort of stone pillar formation, about 50 feet down from this opening. You could probably careen down there with rope if you wished. You can also climb around it if you want to continue onwards to the ledge.
Yeah, I'm going to keep going up.
All right.
We're heading
keep
for the peak.
climbing. And back into the cavern group with a 21 and a 17 intelligence. Don, you sit there. This seems to be labyrinthian at first, but it holds a distinct pattern if one just looks close enough. It seems that the different rock formations rise in a sort of circular pattern, so to speak. Almost like a stairwell, and it almost feels like they have been deliberately placed in such a fashion. At the very end of it, you can see that there is a opening in the mountain wall that does not shine with any light, suggesting it's not reaching outside, but rather further into the mountains.
Yeah, you can kind of see Don like pointing with his finger, tracing the path as he tilts his head and suddenly stops pointing like, I think I found a way inside if you want to go deeper in the mountain.
Nick, you follow that, looking around. There seems to be a lot of these sort of like ice bridges, stone bridges, similar to what you saw in the previous cavern you were in, mostly connecting the different pillars to each other.
So do you think natural or magic?
Goran looks at Sigurd. Should we be doing more?
I don't know what I can do.
You can shout moral support.
So, do I need to use any of my blessings to help with the task at hand?
I don't think anyone is in reach of blessing at the moment.
Nope. Or enhance ability.
Can I get a perception check from the ones waiting down by the foot of the mountain outside the cave?
Yeah.
Sure.
You're gonna regret this, my man. Oh, wait, it actually worked. Holy shit.
You have a +4. What are you complaining about?
I'm not used to my characters being very perceptive.
I know, right?
Well, except my warlock was, but that's a whole different story.
Roll for her. Okay, that's Ronnie. Lug is not paying attention. You guys standing down there, suddenly a wind comes, a katabatic wind that whips down from the top of the mountain, and it creates a chill that bites even into your and Ronnie's bone, Goran. You can visually see that Ronnie begins to shiver, which she has not done once on the entire trip up here. Neither have you, probably, Goran.
Right. What the hell was that? Now he's concerned. He's looking around.
I don't
Looking
know.
around.
I'm just cold and I'm tired.
Goran, you turn around to the field behind you, and you see at the very edge of that these blue-ish tinted wisps of light that you recognize from the night before beginning to appear across the snow-capped fields.
Surface draws
Shit,
his
this is ghost things.
Surface draws his sword and turns it on.
And slowly they begin to drift towards your position.
We gotta get out of here.
We could also remove them.
But which way do we go? How should we tell? Leohorn, she points up on the side of the mountain.
Shit.
We should
All
keep
right.
his back clear.
I can fly up.
You two are all angelic and holy. Get rid of them.
They are still a fair bit away from you, across the fields, and they are just slowly drifting towards you.
How many are we talking?
That you can see right now, maybe 20, 25.
Oh, nice. If they get close, I'll let the spirit of the goddess protect us, and they shouldn't be much of a problem.
Yep.
But
Do you take any direct, immediate actions?
I don't think I have anything that has long range.
The
I
you know what? How far are they?
From your position, they're still a fair bit away. Maybe remember this field. It took you like 2.5 hours to cross. Granted, these spirits are not weighed down by walking
Packs
across the
and
field.
things, yeah.
They are about at the middle of the field. At the pace they're running towards you, it's still gonna be a while before they get to you.
Can we preemptively set up some sort of, I don't know, magic trap for them?
You do recall that the druidic totems that exist seem to ward away spirits. Anything holy could also work.
Does Goran have knowledge on his own tribe's totems and stuff?
Make a history check at advantage.
Okay. History check.
Could I, while the check is going through, could
16.
I take? I have sticks of incense, and I also have what's the word? An incense burner thing.
And I have holy water.
Mm-hmm. All right. Goran, most druid totems are made out of wood, a scarce product up on this mountain. However, your tribe, like many Goliath, you make totems out of rocks. You have a vague recollection of how to create a temporary set of totems by stacking rocks on top of each other in a very simple and crude fashion.
Goran's going to start doing that, and he's going to instruct the other two on how to help him.
I will help Goran.
Seraphos would start lighting. How's the wind here, good sir?
The wind right now is picking up a little bit. It's a little bit windy. Not impossible to carry an open flame, however.
Would creating a circle of holy water also be an option?
A circle of holy water would temporarily work. It wouldn't work as well as casting, say, a magic circle spell, but it would work.
Yeah, what I will do is help Goran stack the totems and then connect the totems, or would it negate it? Connect the totems with holy water.
It would not negate it because, in fact, most, if not all races, including the Goliath, do pay reverence to the goddess. It's just that they have different names and different practices for doing so.
Right.
Well, he's gonna stack these totems, and then he's gonna say a Goliath prayer. Try to get some blessing going. He doesn't know anything about history. He's just our religion, but he knows what he was taught.
Yep. Seraphos, you can make a religion check if you want to figure out how to use your incense to the best of your ability. Okay, 16. Yes, you can light incense and effectively set it in a sort of circle or semicircle to create a barrier to keep weaker spirits, such as these ones, out of reach. It won't do jack against more powerful spirits like specters or proper undead, but against weak spirits like this, it should work.
Can I use candles as well?
Yes.
All right. Cheers. He's gonna enforce the totems with candles, and also start like walking in like a circle with his, what's it called, like the sensor. Yeah, whatever, I can't remember what it's called, but like the incense thing.
Yep.
And start like saying out prayers and continue to repeat them, and so on and so forth.
Would any kind of calling on elemental sort of magics do any help? Because incense can represent air, We have the stones representing earth. I have holy water representing water and a candle representing fire.
The Fey spirits are opposite of the elemental spirits,
Fair.
so it could work. Maybe make an Arcana check. Oh, cool. Okay, so yes, you could call upon the elemental forces to protect you against the spirits, as they are undead and of this world. However, calling on elemental spirits is similar to calling on Fey spirits. If you don't know what you're doing, you could unwittingly invite your own doom.
Right.
Like elementals will not like do deals like the Fey do. Like most of the time, they are oftentimes just primordial and primal and don't give a rat's ass about anything.
I do have an idea. Goran, your stones represent earth, right? So if we create corners, earth up in the north, air with the incense in the east, we have fire as the candle in the south, and I have my holy water in the west. We can create a circle and call upon the elementals to protect us from this.
Goran just blinks at her as everything she said goes over his head.
So we could also not give our souls to the elements and instead use
We're
the power
not
of
giving
the
our souls to anything. The beings that are here are the antithesis of what is natural.
So is the elements compared to the order that the goddess bestows upon us.
This is not the time for a religious debate.
No, it's the time to ward against these spirits, and this should do. This is more than what's usually necessary, kind of debacle.
Would
Let's
I
not-
have any idea what might be stronger?
Yes, a proper magic circle spell that I don't think any of
I
you
don't
have
have.
access to. That requires holy water and silver worth 200 gold pieces.
You mean heresy? How much incense and candles am I down for?
You will be using, how many candles do you have?
10.
10. You will be using 5 of those.
Nice. I'm guessing one block of incense.
Yes.
And I'm gonna use 3 of my sticks of incense for this as well.
I'll be back.
Okay.
He says just as I was going to cut to them. Well, we'll cut to Leo first then.
I'm sorry, my stomach's not feeling well. I'll be back.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, no.
It will take you when you get back, and we'll work with Leo first. Leo, it's the final stretch, and that katabatic wind that those guys felt, that hits you right in the face, and you feel your entire body tense up by the sheer cold of it.
Climb the wall, they said. Make a path.
But as luck would have it, you can now see the ledge more clearly. It's just a final stretch, a final climb, and you are almost there.
Come on, Leo. Gonna keep going.
Yeah, the cold bites into your very bones as you continue onwards, but you soldier on, tough as nails. You dealt with worse before, and eventually you come to where the ledge sort of like begins to peters out. And as you're almost at the top, you feel a presence right above you, and you see the fake creature that you saw in the mountains before standing at the ledge and looking down at you.
So, like, am I just like hanging at the very precipice of it at this point, with it looking down at me?
Effectively, yes. The precipice is maybe 10 feet above you.
Leo locks eyes with it, and then in a pointed defiance of whatever it's about to pull, like starts clambering up the remainder, trying to get up over the ledge.
All right. You been climbing and climbing and climbing, and you get up around the ledge and look over as the creature sort of begins to drift backwards. And all around you, you see these flowers withered and dead.
I hope those weren't what we needed.
They look like the flowers you needed.
There's a chance they don't need to be alive to work.
Yeah.
Leo's going to investigate for the freshest looking ones.
All right, make an investigation check. You find nothing. Everywhere you go to pluck up, the flower seems to so withered it almost begins to fall apart in your hands. And all this time that you're investigating, the spirit is just there, watching you.
After his failed investigating, Leo turns and locks eyes once more on the spirit.
Yep. Still looking vaguely humanoid, you see now that it has a white ashen tint to its skin underneath, which looks humanoid. It has this slender elven grace to its body, cloaked and wrapped in this heavy coat and a fur around its collar and the high rising horns around it, with only the two burning blue lights gazing upon you from beneath the shadow of the hood.
I don't suppose you know where there's more of these. Preferably alive, fresh.
I'm back.
Spirit hovers where it is, responding with no words. Eventually, you see that the spirit looks towards you, then behind you, and points its finger behind the way you came from.
Basically gesturing for me to leave.
Effectively, yes. Or, well, you can make an insight check if you wish.
Yes, I would.
All right, 16. The spirit is difficult to gauge, but you don't sense any hostility from it.
Leo kind of sits there, trying to figure the thing out before he's going to actually pull off his water skin.
Mm-hmm.
Take about half a step towards the spirit and hold it out in an open hand. I don't have much to offer, but if you can help my compatriots and I find our way to our goals and stop whatever's been plaguing this mountain.
You see that the spirit removes its pointing hand and instead moves both hands to its sides. Both hands are like open wide, and it seems to shut them over its ears and then open them. You can make another insight check if you can figure out what it's trying to tell you.
Oof.
Well, it's being helpful in a sense. The way it does is like the way you would put your hands to the back of your ears when you're trying to listen for something.
Leo looks at it for a second before he reaches up and taps his own pointed ears and then kind of shakes his head trying to gesticulate the question of death.
The spirit makes no motion. Make a perception check. As you stand there in confusion, suddenly the mountain begins to rumble. You only heard something that you can't tell what it was in the distance, but the mountain begins to rumble, and as it does, the spirit holds its hands out towards you, and a powerful gust of wind grabs your body and flings you off the side of the mountain. You
Shit.
begin falling.
GG.
Was I still tied off?
You were, but you see that the spirit holds its other hand out, and each of these pythons just fly out one of the other.
I'm gonna God of War this. I want to take out my sword and try and stab it into the cliffside.
Guys, downstairs, and while this happens, we're actually gonna move to the guys on the inside. Are you back yet, KO?
I am.
All right. You guys, you have found a path upwards. You too, however, feel this chill through your bones about the same time everyone else does.
Yeah.
It just got suddenly colder inside the cave.
Go open the window.
That was Leo
Leo's
when he
about to.
punched open.
Did Ronnie's spell wear off or something? What the hell?
Well, I sure would be a lot chiller if it did, though. Yeah, could definitely feel that. Maybe we should go back before going deeper inside. What you think?
I mean, we can tell them what we found in here. You know, the ice bridges and whatnot. It's never a bad idea to check in with the rest of the group, make sure they're not doing something stupid.
Yeah, we might miss
Yeah.
it.
All right.
Can I get a perception check from everyone within the cave?
Sure.
Nice.
Okay.
Damn.
So
33.
Ram and Nick, you just hear what sounds like a wind blowing through the cavern suddenly. Don, you actually passed this ridiculously high DC. You hear you hear something. It's not the wind. It's more like a laughter.
Oh,
Echoing very depths of the caverns. Somewhere. You can't tell from where.
well, shit. Back. Let's get back. Don says, suddenly motioning for them to get out as he starts to hurry himself out.
All right. You guys begin rushing out. And by the time you get out, you see Goran, Ronnie, and Sigrun building these small little cigarette-style things from stone, while Syrophos is walking around with a censer chanting.
Boots
I'm
not
going
and
on.
pants.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a shitty snowman.
It's not a snowman, it's a totem.
It's
And
rough.
moments thereafter, you see these specters that have appeared in the distance.
Oh, fuck.
Looks like all hell
Um,
broke loose out here.
Yeah, I wonder what Leo's doing. Looks up. Oh,
You-
Radiant
And it-
soul. Yeet.
And it's about this point in time that Lewis get flung out, and you hear from the top of the mountain, and you begin to see which one of you has above 18 passive perception.
That'd be Don.
No.
There's an avalanche coming your way.
another what?
An
Avalanche.
Oh,
Avalanche.
shit. Don says, look,
Also,
avalanche into the cave, Don says, motioning.
a figure falling through the air.
Go, run. I'll get Leo.
Sure. Do you think there's a bunch of holes in the mountain? You could probably get inside the cave through one of those.
All right.
Don says as he for the rest, get the fuck inside.
Damn it! I wanted to see if this would work. He turns around, his head, and starts walking in.
Leo, you're falling. You're falling fairly fast, though. You can see that the avalanche has caught up with you climbing down.
I
So
couldn't hear
silver
anything
lining.
over Cap's coughing. What was that?
Sorry.
So you're falling. You're
Yes.
falling fast. Silver lining, the avalanche is also very fast, and if you had been climbing at this point, it would have caught up to you. But you're still very much falling. You wanted to God of War this and pull out your scarred blade and strike it into the mountainside, yes?
Yep.
Make an attack with a scarred blade. The only reason this isn't gonna break your sword is because this is the kind of what your scarred blade is meant to do.
The mountain is a structure.
First strike bounces off a bit. You don't get the precision you were looking for as you hit a sharp stone and just sort of bounce back. Make a strength saving throw for me, please. You manage to hold on to your blade, however, it does not fall away from you.
I like to imagine that he swings at it and just kind of like bounces off and goes spinning ass over a tea kettle.
Something like that. You continue to fall. Right. Everyone else is running the cavern, but I think Sigrun was taking flight.
Yep.
Your wings come out and whoosh, away you fly up towards the shadow seems to be falling. And the closer you get, the sooner you realize, hey, that's Leo. Falling at terminal velocity at this point in time, catching him now might be difficult.
Yeah. What I would like to attempt to do is catch him, keep flying at, as fast as I can, and slow him down gradually.
All right. Leo, you see a brilliant light shine from below as Sigrun comes flying on her wings.
Fancy seeing you here.
It's what I'm here for.
Yep. So, catching Leo as he's falling means making a athletic check, I will say. Leo, you can try and break your fall with the blade again by making another attack. If you succeed, she will have advantage on the check.
Sure.
Okay, you don't even need to make the check. You just see Leo stab sword into the mountainside. It just begins sliding down alongside it, crushing rocks with the blade that should have shattered a long time ago by the sheer force exerted upon it. And he comes to a complete stop, but he's still stuck on the side of the mountain, and there's an avalanche coming towards you both.
All right, climb on.
Well, Leo's going to, first he has to do the thing where he grabs the sword, both of his hands, and braces and kicks off from the side of the mountain into Adelette's into Siggy's arms. All right, fly me away.
Yep. Can I get a perception check from the two of you?
No.
No.
I got 1 point above my passive.
Sigrun, you look around and you prepare to just fly down the cavern entrance. Leohorn, despite the rumbling, you see that more snow has begun falling in where you had previously punched a hole. That is one of the openings into the cavern.
There's an opening over there.
On it.
And with a
flying.
Yep. All right. Give me an acrobatic check, both of you, as you plunge into the snow to keep yourself in balance. All right. You do not begin falling as you just ram through the snow inside. Where the rest of you now begin to connect and the rest of you have gotten inside by now, and you see Adler come bursting through this opening, and snow begins to rush in from there.
Stalactite! Stalactite!
And weave together. There is a labyrinthian sprawl of passageways all around you, and you see these holes in the ceiling where light sort of begins to shine through. A little bit less now because there's a massive avalanche on the top, and some of these holes have begun taking in deep snow, which is raining in because of the avalanche that is completely rushing down the side of the mountain. You can see the rest of the group on the inside of the cavern having run inside. I'm guessing you didn't take the stealthy approach this time.
No.
No.
Not at all. No.
Kind of in a hurry.
Yep. And not soon after Sigrun and Leo comes flying, the open hole which they came through is completely blocked over by the rushing flow of snow.
Dawn waves. Hey Leo, did you find anything up there?
Yeah, I think I found the flowers we were looking for, and they were all dead. Like, desiccated.
Fuck.
What?
Bummers.
I ran into the spirit again, too.
Oh?
Yeah.
Well, what happened?
Has she put Leo down yet?
No, I'm still carrying him like a baby.
He just kind of like looks over.
Like crossing the threshold with Leo in my arms.
You caught me, didn't you?
That was him?
I don't know. Whenever Can you put me down?
Yes, sorry.
Thank you. Whenever I was up there, it was there, but it didn't really attack me at first. It just kind of observed. I tried communicating with it. I tried making an offering to it. It gestured for me to go, and then after I didn't, it hit me with a big blast of air, and, well, yeah, you saw.
Not to conclude hastily, but we've tried twice to approach these abominable beings with some kind of diplomacy. So, and it declined both times. I think it's fair to assume this is the enemy, and we need to cut it down.
I'm not so sure.
That seems like
mean-
a radical jump in logic.
I mean, it
Maybe it
showed
just
up
wants to be
twice.
left alone.
It showed up twice in areas of danger. See, if you look up there, he could have fallen right through.
Well,
I'm-
did it cause the avalanche,
I
Or
don't
did it-
know.
or did it just throw you down? I suppose we don't know if it caused the iceberg fall that to go down either. Although, I gotta say, if it throwing down might actually be its way of helping, because if you were clinging to the mountain and the avalanche struck you, you probably would have been buried instantly.
True.
If it wanted to kill me, it wouldn't have done so by throwing me off the mountain. I don't think this mountain's high enough to kill me.
I don't think it wishes us to die. I think it wishes for us to suffer.
I think
No,
it
the
wishes
only
to be
god that
left
wants
alone
us to
and we
suffer
keep
is
bothering it.
yours.
I think it just
Well-
wants to be left alone while being helpful and we keep bugging it.
Either way, we're not going back out that way.
Nope. So luckily, I think I spot a way into the mountain, but there's something else in there, something that doesn't sound too good.
What do you mean?
We don't have much choice.
Can I roll anything to see if I know what made that sound or have any idea?
Sure, make a Arcana check.
Arcana.
You have no idea.
Can I bardic inspiration that?
A little bit late for that, I'm afraid.
Yeah, sure.
I
What
mean,
did you hear?
it sounded like a cackle.
Well, it sounded like a cackle, almost like a giggle, something. And whatever makes that noise is usually bad news.
So
Could I do a
maybe
religion check on that to see if I knew of anything that would make that sound?
did it sound like
Sure.
an old woman cackling?
It
With a
sounded
30.
haggish.
I mean, hags are renowned for having a malicious cackle that is said to drive men wild just from hearing it.
That's what I was thinking it might be.
Yeah.
Sorry for using
Yeah.
logical conclusions here.
I think that's the hag that was being spoken of.
Could be.
If it's not, it's at least haggish.
Mm.
So wait, you guys were hearing shit down here whenever. While I was
Well,
following
Nick
that
didn't
to
hear it.
cattle.
This is pretty new information to me and Nick. Apparently, Dawn heard this and we did not.
Yeah, why did you think told us to get out of here in a hurry? I thought you heard it too. It was
No. All I heard was just like a low rumbling. I thought it was just a draft or something.
Yeah.
All
Or
I
maybe
heard
that
was wind.
avalanche.
Yep, the cackle came right before the avalanche.
well, it was right before the avalanche, almost as if it expected it. Maybe that's the cause. Anyway, whatever it was, it came from inside the mountain, and that's where our path leading. So everyone, be on your guard.
I
So
think we
wait, let me try to connect these dots here. So you heard the cackle right as the avalanche was happening, and Leo, you were on the mountain, saw the creature, and it told you to go right before the avalanche was happening.
Yes.
I think this creature is on our side.
Well,
be
you
inclined to agree.
you people on the outside, did you see anything weird?
I mean,
Yeah,
there were the spirits that were coming back, so we were going to do what we could to ward the area.
Oh, you weren't just being bored building snowmen then.
No,
No, they were
totems.
totems.
I'm not a child.
Doubt.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't insinuate anything but if the shoe fits, Don says.
But we should press forward and not give whatever foe, being one phage creature or the other, have any time to prepare.
I imagine that if she was strong enough to create an avalanche with a cackle,
I can create an
Then-
avalanche with a cackle if I want.
she probably already knows we're here.
Depending on the snow levels and stuff, anybody could create an avalanche with a cackle.
That's my point. That's exactly my point.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not an expert. I've just received schooling. Something stick.
Yes, but hags, and I know Mad Laugh definitely could create an avalanche.
Should we press
Your lap can
forward?
create an earthquake.
By the by, how long has it been?
Your pass without trace is probably still in effect at this point
Okay.
in time. Maybe. How long does it last?
1 hour.
Okay. In that case, I mean, it took him several hours to climb, but you guys did go walk in after by me half an hour to scout. And finding a way to the center, it doesn't take a whole lot of time. It's probably at the ends of your pass without trace duration.
Okay. You all have creepy shadows helping you be stealthy.
Cool. Should we scout ahead some more?
Looking around into the cavern where you're standing, a lot of these holes that were previously light are now falling down these mounds of snow on intervals. Sometimes it's packed deep, and occasionally, when the avalanche passes over it, pieces of it dislodge and fall down, splotting on the ground in heaps of snow.
I'd say it's better we stick as one group from here on out, seeing how whatever it is inside there probably expects us.
And we shouldn't split up or be split up.
I would agree.
That's fair, I guess.
Thank you. I try.
Do you continue onwards then?
Yeah.
Can I get a marching order?
I should probably be in the middle. That way everybody's within 30 feet of me.
I would also like to be in the middle.
I'd like
Goran
to be
likes to be in the front, so
I'd like to be third.
Alright.
I can be in the back then, just in case something comes up from the back. I'm not very perceptive though, so I don't think I should be up front.
My
yeah,
human
Don
eyes.
is gonna be closer back with Siggy because he doesn't want to be on front if we're running into things, but he has a pretty good perception, so he hears if something tries to sneak up.
I think that that Leo should probably be closer to the front because he does have dark vision.
Nice.
Alright.
also I'm gonna need some visual assistance in a cave, unless it's light enough inside the cave.
I can cast light on something for you.
Okay.
So can I.
Just my shackles are fine.
Cool. Done.
I'll form a conga line with Leo.
Conga line.
Actually, do like one of my crossbow bolts. That way I can stow it if it gets
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
shove it back in the quiver or whatever.
I dismiss the light on your shackles and cast it on a crossbow bolt.
I cast light on my sensor that I'm running around, making everything smell real good.
Yep, alright. You guys begin ascending as Don and Nick scouted out the path earlier. They can lead you across on the right pathway ahead. From your walking in between all of these pillars, they seem to be made from stone almost entirely, with ice having frozen around the base. And you find yourself walking at what you realize after a while is actually not solid stone ground, but an actual frozen lake. Though the ice seems remarkably thick. But in places where the snow has fallen, you see cracks beginning to form. You'll have to cross about 60 feet of this thick ice, which is difficult terrain, by the way, to get to the first sort of like patch of solid ground. And then there's another maybe 100 feet that leads to the first ascent. So, the ice is slick, it's difficult terrain. Can I get an acrobatic check from everyone?
Acrobatics. Ow.
I hate you.
It had to be acro, not athletics.
What are you going to do? Flex on the ice?
Yes.
Wait, I got a 19? What
Yep.
the fuck?
Yay! Oh.
I didn't mean to have advantage toggle anyways, but
Oh.
so the two heaviest guys just fucking
And
failed
Ronnie,
it
apparently.
super hard.
Oh no, wait, Ronnie ignores the check because she can walk on ice because snow elf. So Ronnie just walks along with no problem. Lug seems to be heavy in thought right now. His face is downcast, his eyes are on the ground, and even then he struggles and just Pratt falls, and you hear as he falls, so does Goran, and you just hear
Oh, shit.
Leo pulls out a sword ready to fall again.
Hell.
The ice begins to crack at Goran's position and Lug's position. Goran is at the front, Lug is in the very back.
Shit.
Gordon's gonna attempt to get back up and get the fuck away from this.
Leo just makes his way to the nearest wall and just kind of sits there, waiting to fall. Actually, no. Oh no! I probably lost all my pythons whenever I fell.
No, they were still connected to the rope. You still had them.
Oh, okay.
You had a spiked rope fall at your face.
Yeah, effectively.
While we're waiting for things to resolve, Leo walks over to the wall and just smacks one of the pythons into the wall, holding on to it.
I'd like to cast Enhance Ability on myself in case we do more acrobatics.
Damn it! And I already flew.
You should have let me fall.
You should have let him fall. So, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, tell me what you're doing.
Oh, I was just gonna say something stupid like, well, he caught himself, but he would have got stuck in the avalanche anyway, so she needed to fly.
True.
Yeah.
So, Goran and Lug get back to the feet at the best of their ability, but especially around Lug, the ice begins to break away a little bit, and he stumbles back to his feet. The crack begins to chase after him as he runs towards the group to rejoin you.
Right, Lug, I need you to slow.
We're coming, don't worry.
Oh,
Lug,
no,
slow down.
No.
Okay, so Lug... All right, so you guys make the stop sign, and Luke tries his best to slow down, and he actually does. And he does this by slamming the great club into the ice behind him and breaking his fall and accidentally shattering the ice. Oops.
He would.
Oops. Oh, Lug did something.
It's okay, Lug. It's okay.
We still love you, Lug.
And the ice begins to break away at Lug's feet, and he begins to scramble backwards.
Could Goran attempt to fling him back over with the group? Even if it's going to stop him from getting to the group?
Yes. I mean, depending on how well you roll your athletic check, you might not even be bothered.
Would Leo be able to assist in this?
Goran already has advantage.
Yeah.
Because spear
There you
totem.
go. 24.
Yeah, so you just grab Lug by the shoulders, pull him down on his back, and spin him over like a Beyblade.
Let it
rip! Into a snowdrive, flipping over and landing on his stomach. Look, thank you.
Do I make it across?
Make an acrobatic check.
This is where I fail.
Oh.
No, you trip and fall, and the bottom half of your body crashes into the cold water. It is abnormally cold, so much that even your Goliath skin feels the cold here.
Ooh.
Your body is on top of the ice, but it's hard to find purchase in the slick ice itself. Rest of you have pretty much made it over by this point in time.
How far is Goran?
Maybe 20 feet.
I'm gonna fling my chain towards them.
Can I? So I thought that this was a longer stretch, so I only cast Enhance Ability because I thought we were like halfway through, or we had.
Too bad you already cast.
There is one more. There is one more after this. This one was 60 feet. The next one is 100 feet.
Ah, nice. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Oh.
Would I be able to assist Goran in getting out by?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna use Bardic Inspiration on Goran to help him get out of this pickle.
I don't like the way Silver said yes there. I felt like there was something behind that.
I was going to have Leo hold the sword out by the blade. That way he can grab a hold of the handle. Give him something to root.
I mean, your sword has a crossguard, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can try to hook it through the loop of one of the chains.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. Make a strength check, add sleight of hand if possible, if you have proficiency.
Nope.
Oh, okay, just strength, pure strength. All right. You manage to grab it and begin pulling on Goran to pull him up. Goran, make an athletics check for me, please. Easy. You, with Leo's help, you are pulled back onto the ice and can begin crawling back rather safely to join the others on the patch of rock and snow that you're currently in.
God damn, that was cold.
Luke is sorry.
It's
I'm
all
beginning
right.
to think
Luke.
this mountain
Luke,
doesn't
you're
like us.
okay. We are okay. We just need to be careful.
That's asking a lot from us collectively.
True.
How about
Individually, we can all be really careful, but I've noticed that the more we are in a group, the less careful we are.
Mm.
Goran looks like he's starting getting ready to remove his pants.
Don't
No.
What are you doing?
No. Those stay on. Bad meatball.
Can I, regarding his pants, can I do a survival check to see if it's a good idea to, or not?
Sure.
Because Mike knows what's smart in this situation, but
10 is enough to tell you that cold clothes in cold weather is not a very good idea. Cold, wet clothes in cold weather is even worse of an idea.
he should probably take that off.
Here, he
do
can
we have-
wrap himself in my fur.
Or you magic people with prestidigitation can clear it off.
I don't
Which
have
is about
prestidigitation.
what I was going to offer.
I don't have magic.
So if I was like standing with a blanket, like you could do that. Like ready to wrap-
I hold my hands out over it,
Goran's crotch.
mutter any. Is it a verbal? Yeah, I mutter some little languagey things and dry off and warm up his pants.
Yep.
Quick, pick her up.
Your pants now feel like they're fresh out of the dryer.
Oh, thank you.
Ram would like to point something out. That was cold for you, Goran.
Yes.
So
That's scary.
yeah, my point is that is liquid water down there.
If one of you
know-
would have fallen in, you probably would have frozen to death.
And
So the water is liquid, which means it's above freezing. The ambient temperature in the air is below freezing. What's wrong with that water?
Leo leans against the wall. It's salty.
Yeah, salt.
Salt?
It fucks
You
with
think
the
we're in
freezing temperature.
You think we're in a salt mine?
I don't know. Do you hear any Smash players around?
So if- what
I'd
the
suggest we do the rope trick, so in case anyone else go through, we can all pull them up.
All right, everybody line up. Whip your peckers out. I'll tie you on.
That was crude.
Sorry, I just fell off a fucking mountain.
I don't really want you
Yeah, and I
anywhere near my
caught you. I
town.
remember.
Especially when you're angry.
Have a Snickers.
All right.
Snickles.
I suppose you guys keep the marching order as you had before.
Yep.
Or do you want log in the middle this time?
How about Lug go first, so if he breaks the ice, no one else go down?
Yeah.
Wouldn't he
I
just drag
mean,
us
they're
all down?
together.
or if luck goes through, everyone goes down.
Yeah, it'd probably be better for him to be in the back, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
That way we can all pull on him if he falls in.
Yep.
I think Lug go first, and and if he makes it, we all go.
You can try.
Just accept our fates.
No, but right now we're on a safe spot.
Yep.
So Lug go first, and if he makes it across the other side, space like 100 feet across, then we can go.
So heaviest to lightest.
Guess?
I think we're overthinking this.
I think Lug should either be at the front or the back. I would suggest the back. That way, he doesn't ruin our path.
Also,
I-
if we fall in, he can save us.
Also true.
Instead of can I use can I roll a survival die to see what's the best marching order?
No such thing.
I seriously got a bit of deja vu here. Anyways,
Oh,
so
last week.
yeah, in my deja vu, I kind of recall Rip shouting, "There's no outthinking an avalanche." But survival check to tell what order is best to go in. I mean, you've gone over the pros and cons of each thus far.
Fair
Lug
enough.
goes first, you'll get the heaviest across first. Lug goes last, and if it is frail, you might get across sooner. If you tie each other up, it doesn't matter if Lug goes first or last. If he falls down, everyone goes with him. Most likely. The ice
just-
stretch before you is a straight line, I will tell you. Straight line of slick ice.
Can we just do it the same way as we did it before?
Yeah, let's do
I
that.
don't think we should tie each other off. I think we should hold the rope. So if we need to drop it, we can.
Sure.
All right.
I'm just going
Holding
to
a
grab
rope.
people and slide them across like a curling puck.
Nick would volunteer for that.
I'm not saying you can't.
Curl me, big boy.
What?
You know, curling, it's a sport.
Is that new?
No, it's kind of like bowling. Have you ever bowled?
Yes.
It's like that, but on ice.
So you want me to throw you across?
I want you to slide me across.
Goran grabs him. Is anybody going to stop him?
No, I want to say this.
Slide the monk.
Ronnie looks apprehensive about allowing this, but she doesn't want to ruin everyone's fun. You guys seem to be into it, so
Oh, hang on. I just remembered something. You know, the larger surface area you spread weight out over, the less likely that surface is to break. So,
Mhm.
might be a good idea.
But the more we're thinking about it, the more we're applying pressure to the same point when we could be walking.
We're on a safe
Slide
spot
me.
right now.
whenever you slide him, roll an athletic check. Nick, he grabs you, he slides you, and you just curl up onto your back and whoosh over. Just on your back. It's definitely doing some work to your coat, but it doesn't tear through to the back at the very least. And
Well,
occasionally,
technically,
you
it'd
hit
be shredding the fuck out of my fur.
your fur, and occasionally you hit a very uncomfortable bump, but you make it across.
That bump is a dragon. Ah, ah, ah.
Leo stands there for a second, and then
Nick stands up a little wobbly but bows. Then,
all right, who wants to go
and
next?
then rubs the back of his head because that last bump hurt.
That was kind of fun.
I'm glad you're having fun, Meatball.
Stop calling me Meatball.
No,
I'm guessing he's going next, huh?
Yeah,
Leo's
whether
going
you
next
like
Stop
it or
calling
not,
me
or not.
meatball. No.
yeah, now he's going next. He's going next.
Roll it.
Goran suddenly just grabbed him and fucking.
No,
swung.
no, no, no.
Yeet!
And
This time
Leo-
he's trying to fling him hard too. So
yeah, Leo, you don't get the ricochets in how you're flying, so you just take down on your stomach, knocking the wind out of you. Your armor protects you from most of the bumps, but you have to kind of raise your head, and occasionally you just, and then, as if Gorm almost aimed for it, there is one particularly large bump that sends you careening up into the air and crashing into a snow mound on the other side.
Leo's form disappears into the snow mound. There's like no motion. And then
You killed him.
Like a hand reaches up out. And then a thumbs up.
That was very satisfying.
That looks fun. Me next.
I can't believe everybody's lining up for Gore to do this to us.
Keep grinning. Oh,
Holy shit!
Apparently, Goran to become
Curling master.
Goran should be professional curler. Apparently,
Goran now needs to like talk to the.
I've used up all of my critical rolls for the entire campaign at this point.
I will say you don't need to make any more athletic checks. You have successfully rolled 3 nat 20s in a row.
Okay,
You have succeeded on this challenge.
I am.
You've defeated his curling puzzle.
So we're done for tonight because we just peaked.
This campaign's over. Back to Fossiferia.
Yeah.
It's time to
No
finally
point
get
in
off the boat.
continuing.
I'd like to thank my father.
And so, Don, he goes to curl you up, but you just decide that flying over on your back like a peasant doesn't fit you, so you just step on your feet and sort of slide over like skateboarding. So that like come into a nice gentle stop at the other side and skip off. Because you, unlike with Leo, you didn't piss off Goran.
All right, that seems to be effective. Get it over with.
Ronnie has just begun walking at this point.
Seraphos
Goran
also.
aims for Roddy. No, he wouldn't do that.
The rest of you, anyone who wants to not walk, you are effectively bulldozed over to the other side. And once you're all over, it's just Lug and Goran on the other side. And now Lug looks like he wants to try it out.
Oh, Goran's gonna fling Lug too.
And since you roll a bunch of nat 20s, you actually succeed. The rest of you, Lug is coming towards you at a rapid pace.
Right,
But Leo's gonna try and catch him like a hockey goalie.
Nick's gonna try and help.
Don is
get
gonna
a-
step out of the way.
Yeah,
Seraphos
uncanny
was 80.
dodge.
Can I get an athletic check at disadvantage from both of you?
You sure can.
Surface would help also,
Okay, make an athletic check at disadvantage.
but I have advantage on
Dex.
Yes.
So is
You
that
only choose one with an enhanced ability.
yeah? And I choose Dex.
Yeah.
Cause
Don't
so-
have advantage on this one.
Okay,
This is
fair
an
enough.
athletics, not an acrobatics.
Fair. I heard acrobatics. I'm an idiot.
So, Leohorn, you stand there preparing, and Lug misses you completely and bulldozers over Nick and Syrophos into the snow mound.
It's not that he misses. It's that Leo stands there and then steps out of the way at the last second and goes, nope.
Poof.
Nick just comically spins in circles. No.
Seraphos like reaches for his sensor, but then like curls up because it hurts.
Right, Goran, only you left. Time to
Alright.
cross the...
Are you gonna
Goran-
pick yourself
no,
up and
Goran's
throw
gonna
yourself?
Goran's gonna try to fling himself over.
Since you rolled 3 natural 20s, even if it's a skill check, I will allow it. You step away, ready your feet, step on, rush over, and just slide on your ass like a cannonball over.
He's twirling the whole time, like he purposely spun himself clockwise as he's going.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun, dun.
And by the time you're over, Ronnie comes to join you guys. You're all children.
If it works.
I suppose.
I mean, I am only 26, so.
You sure you don't want to have a go?
I'm positive, yes.
Personally, I really like the Goran transportation system. It's been really fun so far.
Didn't we have a mountain to save?
Yes, let's go.
Yeah,
And
seriously.
I got everybody over at half the time.
Find joy where we can.
Yep. I suppose you have the right idea there. And so you begin scaling upside the tower. What was your passive perception again, Don, since you had the highest?
20.
Holy
20.
shit.
So it is quite easy to miss because it is in a snow mound that looks the same as any other. But you get just this ping in the back of your neck. And you look over and you see a very faint blue glow within one of the snow mounds. And there is something physical there inside as well.
Dongan taps on Goran's shoulder since he's the face tank. Goran, he points towards the mount. There's something there.
Gordon's gonna start walking towards it.
Hello.
Hello.
Nothing happens. You come closer to the mound. There is a faint tint of light from within the mound, and you think you see what looks to be bones sticking out.
Gordon's gonna try to clear some of the snow off.
You clear it out. You find a skull that looks surprisingly pristine, and in its mouth is a small candle which burns with a blue flame.
Hey, Don, come over here.
Don's gonna walk over.
What do you think this is?
Can I roll anything to see if I can identify what it is?
Arcana.
Arcana. Oof.
Detect magic will work in case Arcana does not. All right. You're not exactly sure what it is, but you get a hint of divination magic from it.
Hey, you two, this seems to be more your alley. He says to Sigrun and Seraphos.
Right, let me
Gordon's
see.
like standing over it. He's trying really hard not to just reach down and pick it up.
What's this?
Arcana, or you can cast Detect Magic if you have that spell.
I do not. Well, I have it, but I don't have it in my.
Oh shit! I have it.
You can cast it still if you have the spell slot.
Well, if you
Oh,
If
I
you
don't
have
know if
ritual-
you have ritual casting, but it is a ritual.
yeah, I just looked it up. It's ritual casting thing.
I mean, you can attempt to roll Arcana too. Maybe you have a lucky roll.
Yeah, Seraphos can roll Arcana if he wishes. All of you have had very middling roll except Don who had a 3.
Yeah, he stole all the fucking juice. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna burn that slot.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hang on, let me try.
it's divination magic. You and finding this out, Sigrid, you cast your magic, detect magic, and you gain a sensation of being watched. This is an arcane eye. It projects an image of whatever the skull is looking at to someone else.
Oh, we need to destroy this immediately.
Why? What does it do?
It's spying on us.
Seraphos like lift his sword like smack.
Gordon,
Don Fess reaches into his pocket and takes out a middle finger.
The last thing, whatever thing is spying on you through these skull sees, is Don reaching into his pocket and grabbing a middle finger before a flaming blade crushes the skull.
Did that do the job? He looked sicky.
Yes, there is now only residual magic remaining in the skull.
Yes, the main purpose was destroyed. There's a little bit of residual magic, but not much.
We should keep our eyes open for these things.
Agreed.
Not that it would matter much if they saw us. By the time we see it, they know where we are.
Well, to be honest, we're carrying a lot of like we have a lot of light and noise with us. But let's. Who saw this? They should probably be in our vanguard in case there's more of them.
I believe that was Dawn. I do have an idea though.
Go
If
on.
you see it from far away, Nick, you can cast darkness, correct?
Yeah, technically. I can make things dark.
You can make it dark around the eye. I can see through that darkness.
When Don spotted the skull, was it sticking completely out of the snow? Was it buried completely under snow? Was something sticking out of it?
So, from the way you looked at it, it seemed like the mound had accidentally covered parts of the skull. It doesn't seem to be like it was deliberately buried, but rather an after effect of the avalanche.
Well, it sees what the skull sees, so as long as we can cover the skull, probably can't see us.
I
Or I
have a
could-
thought. Something spying on us from deeper within the cave. It's gonna know we're getting close when it has less eyes on us. So, if we can maybe go around them and avoid detection completely.
We're in
Would
a
be in a
cave.
better
I don't think
spot.
we have much room to maneuver.
Right. I could also cast an illusion in front of the skull as we pass by it.
That's what I mean. Something to conceal us.
Right. Yeah. I can cast an illusion of what the cave wall is.
We just have to see the skulls before they see us.
Right. And the problem is I have to be within 30 feet of it.
I keep thinking of a metaphor regarding
Are you talking about
hammering.
minor illusion?
Yes.
Because I can do that too.
Oh, okay.
We can double minor illusion it.
We could.
What
Well,
does it
I'll
mean?
keep my eyes open if I see any of them.
I often forget I have that cantrip.
So, from an out of character standpoint, now that you've found one of them, the DC has gone down. So, anyone with a passive perception of 15 or above will be able to spot these.
Nice.
That's me.
That's
I-
not me.
I have a 17, so I can see him.
I think mine's 15.
Dump stat.
No, mine's 14, so I'm just below the mark.
Well, it's good then because Nick had an illusion, so he should probably be first because he'll spot them and can illusion.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I mean, I can also point it out and it can be cast on too. But yes.
Well, I also think most in this group can look further than I can. Am I the only one who were able to destroy them? At first.
It didn't seem to be your magic that destroyed it, but rather just brute physical force.
Yeah, but I'm Surface is assuming if you cast sacred, what's it called, sacred flame on, it'll also die.
Probably.
Yeah,
Why would you want to cast whenever you could just smash?
before it's
Distance.
before it sees us, maybe.
I can also cast my Eldritch Magic about 120 feet.
I
Or you
have
can shoot with a
throwing
crossbow.
knives.
I got a crossbow.
If
He's got a
anyone
crossbow.
wants-
Crossbows.
He's also got crossbows.
So Arcane Eye is actually a spell, which means that Dawn, you can roll an Arcana check at advantage to try and figure out what kind of spell this is, because you are a student of magic stuff.
All right, here we go.
Shit, yeah.
So I'm just gonna tell you exactly what Arcane Eye does. So You create an invisible magical eye within range that hovers in the air for the duration. This is not invisible, which is a variation, which means this is a stranger form of arcane eye that you never heard of before. But you mentally receive visual information from the eye, which has normal vision and a dark vision out to 30 feet. You can look in every direction. As an action, you can move the eye up to 30 feet in any direction. There is no limit to how far from you the eye can move, but it can't enter another plane of existence. A solid barrier blocks the eye's movement, but the eye can pass through an opening as small as a 1 inch in diameter.
Well, don't says as he cancels the spell. I don't think it says that destroying the eye is probably best option because once cast, it can be moved by whoever uses it. So even if we obscure it, trying to get through, if they can move it to another angle.
I see.
The
Yeah.
important part to note is it can see normally in normal light, but in darkness, it can only see 30 feet.
However, it's not capable of seeing well in darkness. So if we go blind, we have to come within 30 feet. And since they these kinds seem to be glowing, they shouldn't be too hard to spot in the dark. We just need to huddle up so us non-dark, so us who don't see so well in the dark can be guided by you who do.
That's a really good idea. And with your help, being able to spot things as you do, I think we should be good. And yes, I can see pretty well in the dark.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
OOC, 120 feet of dark vision, even in magical darkness, bitch!
Mine's 60 feet, even in magical, but still.
Yeah, you can see better than the rest of us.
Warlocks!
Yeah,
Bullshit.
I miss playing a warlock now.
I know.
Well, the skull shouldn't be. Is it possible to notice the difference between regular darkness and magical darkness?
In what context do you mean? Other than that?
If Nick casts darkness and if we round a corner and oops, 10 feet in front of us, there's suddenly a fucking skull. If we have magical darkness, can they see through it? And if not, would they detect the difference between regular darkness and magical?
As they can see within normal darkness, but not regular darkness, it would register as suddenly everything goes black for it because you cannot see through magical darkness. But if you're within 10 feet of it, it can probably see you anyways, as it has dark vision.
Well, we should put the lights out then. Hopefully we can see them with the glow before they can see us.
Yep.
Don says as he puts one hand on Nick's shoulder, guide my way.
You got it, bro.
All right. Any changes to the lineup or same as before?
Well, I think woman with biggest eyes should go first.
I have.
Look at with your eyes.
Look with your special eyes.
All right.
If we go around any blind corners, I could sneak and see if I could spot the skull first.
That said, though, I can go second since I have, the ability to see them.
Oh, yeah, I guess you can sneak too. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's fine.
Yep. All right. Well, these are far and wide enough that you can walk in 2 files. But I'm guessing Goran and Sigrun at the front, followed by Seraphos and Nick, followed by Ram, and Leo in the middle, and then Don in the middle, and Leo takes up the vanguard in place of Sigrun.
Sure.
Or, rear guard. And Lug is in the back as per usual. All
Does Log have dark vision?
No. Yes, he has 6 feet of dark vision, actually.
Nice.
Well, good for him.
So no one has to be his guide dog.
Nope. All right. You guys continue onwards, walking across these frozen bridges. Thankfully, these don't seem to be collapsing on top of you or beneath your feet either as you begin crossing over. Eventually, you find yourself walking rather fair bits above the frozen basin below you. And the longer you walk, the higher and higher you go. And the bridges are fairly narrow. Even if you can fit 2 people on each side, there's no hand railing. There is no safety blankets. You fall here, it's a fair bit to the bottom.
Don can't say any of this because he's completely blind. Although that
Leo
doesn't help
wishes
much.
he couldn't see this.
I mean, unless you dispel the lights on Goran and Seraphos's blade.
Yeah, well, we just discussed we're not doing any light because the skull can't see in the dark.
All right, fair enough. And Sigrun, about the time you get halfway to the top, you see another one of these skulls 120 feet ahead of you, resting on the sort of like side of one of these stone pillars.
There's another one ahead, about 120 feet away.
How close do you have to be to do your illusion magic?
30.
Right, so it's just it's within reach. Is
Well,
it
really,
in a way?
actually, if I get about... I can cast it about 30 from me. So about 60 feet from it, I can cast the illusion.
Is there any way to just walk around behind its cone of vision?
Nope, it seems to be placed such that you have to cross past it.
Well,
the platform itself is only like 15 feet wide or something.
I don't know how big of an illusionary effect can you create with minor illusion.
Double check. 5-foot cube.
Right, so I don't think that's enough to because
Well, you'd
you
have to
can cast
cast
it
it
30
right
feet
in front of it.
you, so you
Mhm.
can if you move 35 feet from it, you can cast it like 5 feet in front of it.
Yeah.
Well, if both you and Nick do it, you can make like a 10-foot illusion.
That's true.
That is true, yeah.
I will
don't-
say the skull definitely fits in a 5-foot cube.
Yeah, but
Cast it around the skull.
well, yeah, but then you have to be within 30 feet of it, and then it can see you.
Yeah, I was thinking just like basically you're placing a pillar in front of the skull to cut off its vision while we walk
Yeah,
past.
yeah.
Well,
Mind
yes,
you-
you can cast like 5 feet in front of it in order to move closer to create a blind spot, and then cast over it. Well, another one of you can cast.
Either that or I get like 20 or 29 and a half feet from it and cast the illusion 6 inches from it.
Huh.
Or like an inch, go give
I will
myself an
say
inch.
you will be able to sneak up that close and cast on top of it if you wish.
Okay.
Just making a stealth check.
Nick should do it. I don't
Yeah.
know. Sounds like he's better at sneak.
Mind you, Nick, since the avalanche, everything is in here is now either darkness or dim light.
Mm.
So you could teleport behind it and cast.
But doesn't it see all around?
Yes, Don, you remember that it does see all around, even if the skull is pointed in one direction. It has omniscience in a 30 feet radius around it. But well, you see it ahead of you, so you know it's there. What you gonna do about it?
I mean, as soon as it's in range, go,
Yeah.
minor illusion plan.
Yep.
Yep. I'm gonna give Nick guidance on his sneak, so he can sneak close enough and cast directly on.
Right, Nick, make a stealth check.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'll pop my illusion, and then you get your illusion. Nice.
I will be right back.
So what kind of illusion do you give Nick? Please say it's a box. A cardboard box.
Make it goatsy.
No. Ugh.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with just. Let's see here. What are the constraints of minor illusion?
Objects.
Object. All right. There's just like a floating apple in its vision.
All right.
All it sees is apples.
Because that's not suspicious.
Yeah, I thought we were doing like
Yeah, I thought we
a
were
cave wall to be
Okay.
sneaky.
Cave wall is an. I don't think I can like mimic the cave wall. I can mimic snow. There's snow in front of it.
All right.
The
Far as the
avalanche-
skull is concerned, it's poof. It is
Yeah.
covered in snow.
The avalanche did happen recently.
Yeah.
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 All right, we have a minute to get past.
Yeah, it's plenty of time to get past in 1 minute.
Great.
Don's gonna give it the figure as long as he's within 30 feet reach. Just tracing it.
Yep. So you guys get past that and continue upwards on your pathway. Occasionally on these pillars you see similar skulls in this fashion, and each time you manage to deal with it effectively. Make 2 more stealth checks for me, Nick.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he could roll a 1, but
You have guidance.
you
Roll
have guidance.
Yeah.
Okay, 15, that's pretty good. And 24, yeah. You managed to deal with it.
26.
Holy shit.
Yep. So, eventually you come to the entrance of the other side, this other cave. It is darker than the others and seem to be leading across deeper into the mountain itself. The corridor soon narrows and you find yourself walking a little bit crammed shoulder to shoulder as you continue onwards. Now on solid ground, I'm gonna move you over after a quick little break. Because I need to go
Alright.
get back.
Commercial break. Do you suffer from low blood sugar?
Yes.
Do you suffer from
The
poor
opposite.
night vision? Do you have spontaneous bleeding?
Do you
you
suffer
have
from
hair?
spontaneous human combustion?
Have you ever experienced death?
Do you suffer the human condition?
Nope. Surprisingly not. I've long since replaced all of my human with Red Bull.
I was wondering. I was like, oh shit! I forgot to start the music. I should play the music, and it just kept coming up with these error things, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I won't play music because apparently YouTube's being butts. And then the moment Higher and Higher came out, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna link the Ghostbusters song, and it was still giving me this playback error. I'm like, what the fuck? So I googled it, and yeah, it's apparently
YouTube is down.
down. The giant is dead.
Bye-bye, YouTube.
I
YouTube
would
is
like
dead, and cum killed it.
I would like my guts to not feel so ugh.
Do you need tummy stuff?
I mean, I took some tummy stuff.
Okay.
I didn't eat anything that had corn in it. I don't know why my stomach's all like bleh. That's a,
That
tec-
happens.
You had
that's a
Arby's?
technical term.
Because you had Arby's.
That's not true. I like Arby's. Well,
It's not true that you had Arby's?
No. Yes, I had Arby's, but I don't think it was Arby's. I had Arby's a while ago.
Do you think Permanis did you dirty?
Maybe.
Yeah, dude, I don't trust permanis.
I mean, there's nothing in the sandwich that I could see would mess me up. I could just
Yeah,
be
I just
having a stomach issue.
I just don't trust permanis. Doesn't matter what's in it.
I mean, good for you.
I think Permanis is fine.
What did you get from words from Permanis?
No, he didn't get words. He got a sandwich.
I just got a roast beef sandwich. Nothing super fancy, nothing super extreme.
Bram.
Bram?
Bram.
You okay?
Bram.
E.
What?
E.
E.
I really like that the fucking like official Twitter for Phasmophobia just like put out the little patch thing with E.
Priceless.
They're aware. Yeah, they know. They know.
I'm glad they know. That's so fucking funny.
I don't get it.
So in Phasmophobia, you have a spirit box that you can use to communicate with the ghosts.
Yeah.
And I think it's supposed to be you said it's like saying old.
Yeah, when it pops up, like when it says something, it'll say on the screen of the spirit box what it said, but it doesn't sound that way.
So whenever it goes to say old, for some reason it just says E.
E.
And like for the longest time, that was the only response we would get out of it. So whenever we got the spirit box evidence, the spirit box would go E, and all of us over the radios would just start going E, E, E. And it like devolved to the point of anytime something spooky happens, we would just go E. Like shit started falling around the house, and Ko was telling me about it. Telling Melissa and I about it whenever we got back, and all I could think of was E.
E.
Getting
I'm
chased
sure.
by a ghost, and all we can say is E, E, E.
Mo, what are you doing to your mic?
No, it's not Mo, it's
Dan.
It's Dan.
Is it
unfuck
mine?
your-
What?
Oh, Dan, what were you doing to your mic, Dan?
What do you mean?
We were looping through it.
Oh, I don't know. You guys just got loud. I'm on my phone right now.
That's probably what happened.
Yeah.
Are you on your
Okay.
phone? Why are you
I
on your
went
phone?
outside to have a cigarette.
How
Okay.
dare you?
Smoking's bad, Daniel. You
Yeah.
should boof it instead.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Um.
one of my
I-
one of my friends just I've been talking to him in Discord, and they're like, "Hold on, my cat's eating my art." Like, no, bad kitty. No, eat the drawing.
God, I'm annoyed. I was supposed to swap out something for magic, and now I need it. Eh.
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 So then, once you're back at your computer, we'll continue.
Yeah, give me a minute. I'm gonna hit the restroom and then I'll be right back.
Fair?
Oh, now he goes to the bathroom.
Well, it just got
I-
awkwardly silent.
Biden's lead in Pennsylvania just surpassed 50,000 votes. In order for Trump to win, he needs 131.8% of the remaining votes.
Whoa.
That's interesting.
I think he thinks he's going to get 138.1% of the votes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Pompeo apparently thinks so.
Yeah.
Giuliani thinks so.
Giuliani
I-
also likes to fondle kids, so.
And Giuliani also gave us the
E.
4 seasons total landscaping.
I do want to formally thank Mayor Rudy Giuliani, or whatever the fuck he is.
For giving us that glory.
No.
The
The best part was the day before him claiming not to be an idiot.
Yes, that was actually
That.
what I was going to say, is that, like, the immediate turnaround of "I'm not an idiot" and immediately doing the stupidest fucking thing I've seen in a
No,
long
no.
time.
It wasn't I'm not an idiot. It's we're not idiots.
Yeah,
Fair.
and then
In
and
regards
then,
to the whole, cabinet of people. We're not idiots. Followed by, we booked the wrong place.
Made even better by I don't know if you guys saw the thing that Four Seasons put out, but they were like, whenever we got the phone call, we thought it was a joke, so we just went, haha, yeah, sure. And then people started showing up.
Rip.
Yeah.
to be honest, I must give them some kudos for just being like, we booked what? Oh, fuck
Oh
it.
shit,
do
is this real?
Fuck it, we'll do it live. I must like give them some
$14.
kudos. It's kind of like we have 4 seasons at home. 4 seasons.
4 seasons at home. Did you see they
I'm
got
back.
a hold of the owner of the porn shop that was next door, and they were like, it's just surreal, man. The president was next door to my sex shop. Oh, I was about to say, it's very dark in here. Why am I not loading? I don't like what I'm seeing, Silver.
I don't like what I'm not seeing.
Yeah, that.
I'm having
So
bad
should I move-
flashbacks to...
Should I move my token, or am I
There.
blind?
You are blind at the moment because you don't have any light.
Fair enough. I'll move
guess I
him
should-
back.
Right, you're moving out there. I think you should keep from moving at the moment. You don't have any light, so you can't see anything.
Stat block.
And the
Dark
ones
vision's so
that
nice.
have dark vision can see, however. So, yep, you guys find yourself at the cavern. Suddenly opens up. Before this, you have been traveling through a craggly, very claustrophobic and contained corridor
It'll be 54 tomorrow.
that kept most things tight, but eventually it opens up into a wider area. But before you do this, you hear something. Specifically, it sounds like an animal feeding. Staying low,
I'm not a fan. No.
well, you can see what you can see. And Adelaide, you should have 120 feet. I should double check so that I gave you that. No, I did not. I gave you 160 for some reason. There you go.
Gordon,
You can see a skull, another skull like the one before up here.
Yep.
Okay.
And well, over here you see what looks to be a bear and a couple of wolves currently eating something.
communally.
Yep.
Okay. Well, good news, bad news. There's another skull. Good news is it's the opposite side of where there's a bear and something else eating something.
I don't like either of those.
Is this the part where you say that there's something even worse? Like there's a double-headed dragon?
No, it's a bat and some. Do they actually have glowing eyes?
Well, what's your passive perception?
10.
You can't make it out.
Are they normal looking bears and wolves? Are they like zombified?
I don't know.
Adelaide,
They're kind
Sigrid?
of far away.
Yeah, Sigrun can't tell. Can Nick see them?
I can, yes.
Yes. In that case, what's your passive perception?
17.
All right, that's 12 in dim light. So they look for the most part like regular beasts. Their fur is patchy and uneven, however.
They look mangy from here.
Well,
Excellent.
Also,
if
it
they're
strikes me
undead,
as...
we're probably.
I was going to say, it strikes me as weird as wolves and bears eating.
Mm. Can I roll survival to see if that's weird, or see how weird that is?
For them to have patchy fur and seemingly mange.
Yeah.
I thought you were referring to the fact that they were eating communally with a bear.
Well, yeah.
That's nature.
Yeah. Okay. Can I roll?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
What is with all the crits?
I do not know.
Yeah,
we're not in combat. Yeah.
We're gonna be
There's
crit
the
failing
problem.
left, right, and center soon.
In all your years in the wilderness, you have never seen a wolf pack and a bear come together to communally eat.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not normal.
Okay, so what do we take first? I can probably hit the skull with one of my attacks.
Detonate the skull first.
Yeah, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the skull.
All right. You cast your hands together, form a beam of light, and fire away. The skull shatters, and the beast immediately rear up. It's time to roll for initiative. You do not get a surprise round.
Okay.
No.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Watch me
Never
roll a
get
1.
surprise anything.
Woof.
Oh.
Hey, back off the 15s, buddy.
Hey, no.
It's actually a 16.
No.
Can't select my token because I can't see it.
You should be able to see your token.
Alright, there it is.
It's to
Yeah.
the south. Yeah.
Silvers, can
If
you
it's anywhere near
add
mine.
15 to me? Because I didn't
Alright.
like mine.
All right. Did everyone roll? All right. In that case, Sigrun, you are the first one to go.
Alrighty. I am going. Well, Goran, should I light you up?
I mean, currently, we don't have any type of element of surprise, right? They see us for sure.
They know you're there, yes.
Then yeah, go ahead, light me up.
All right. I cast light on his
Light me up.
his manacles.
All
Try
right.
to get back into the
So
gourd.
that
Yes.
is my action. And decide if I want to spell slot yet. No, I don't. Not yet. So I'm gonna take my turn. That's gonna be my turn.
All right. Ronnie is gonna remain passive for the moment, as before. She always is taking dodge action. Don.
Right? I can't actually see them, but with my passive perception, can I hear like where the eating
Yep.
sound came from?
About here.
Right? Yeah. I am. As an object interaction, I'm gonna bring out my lamp, so I also have a light source.
All right. How much light is that?
I don't know. 20.
Is it?
15-foot radius, bright light, dim light for 30 feet.
All right. Now you two have a light.
All right, let's see here. I am then, as my action, gonna cast dancing light roughly where I think I perceive the sound coming from outside the what I can see.
Ping a position for me, please.
That would be here.
All right. Do you have to have sight for dancing lights?
Bell. Nope, it just says it has to be within range.
All right. What is the range? 60 feet, right?
It's 120 feet,
Okay.
and they have to be within 20 feet of another light, and they create dim light in a 10-foot radius. So if they're within 10 feet each, so if they're within 20 feet each, 4 of them, he's gonna grip them like in a.
Yeah, I get you. I'm lighting up the place for you. 10 shutters, so there you go. There's a bunch of lights dancing around, small embers appearing, and these creatures, now illuminated, though in dim light, it's bright light to you. The bear turns around and you can see that half its face is missing and it's just skull. Part of its, one of the wolves' rib cage is unveiled, and they are very much undead creatures.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. Them be
Anything in this goddamn mountain alive?
Oh, we
It
are for
was, I don't
now.
think
The
it is
dragon
now.
was.
It's time for my magic trick.
Abracadabra.
Go! Preach to them and make them run away.
and yeah, that's gonna be my turn. Don is not moving closer yet.
All right, which means Seraphos. Everyone is
once-
going, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got shit initiative.
Jesus.
So-
It completely fills up the
Whoa.
initiative order.
Oh my
15,
god.
15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15.
Yeah,
Is
so
my
you
check-
guys can discuss amongst each other who you want to go first, and you can
I-
actually go simultaneously in a sense.
I say just let Seraphos do his
The question is
preachy bullshit.
is channel divinity action or bonus action?
Action.
Is that
Guys,
that's an action.
I have an attack that's a cone that will hit everything with it's a DC 15 dexterity
said-
save.
He should probably go last because doesn't being attacked break his?
Yes, it does.
Oh yeah, that's
so-
a good point.
So
It
everyone
does.
go first, and then
Yeah.
and let them do
Yeah.
his cone attack
Yeah.
because he never gets to.
And the
Alright.
thing is also I can use embodiment of the law to make voice of authority to make you attack.
So here's the costume rule I'm adopting from Baldur's Gate 3. You guys can split up your actions across each other's actions, so he can cast his bonus action spell and then let everyone go and then take his action later.
Okay.
Because you all have the same initiatives, you're effectively acting
Yeah.
at the same time. So if you want to cast
Seraphos-
your bonus
That the,
go ahead.
yeah, but I'd like to cast if people get in range with my bonus action, but it seems
They all
people
have in range.
Oh yeah, yeah, but the thing is, they can't hit them from here.
Yeah, but they can move and hit.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, I like to bless free people, and that's the free people that has the same initiative as me.
Right.
No, wait, that's
Wait,
four.
which three?
Fuck.
There's five
Five.
people that have 15.
Everybody
Um,
has 15.
God, I thought it was 4.
Everybody has 15 but me, who has 20.
This is so Goran, crossbow fellow, and Leo.
Yeah. Lug does not need it because Lug is allowed.
Gets blessed as a bonus action, and they can make as their reaction they can make an attack.
Yep.
Cool.
Ram, do your thing before everyone moves in.
All right.
Oh, sweet.
But that reaction would be during this
Yeah.
initiative 15 round, correct?
All right. I'm gonna make dex saves for these guys. Success, success, fail, success for the wolf, and hard fail for the bear. So one of the wolves is now looking pretty bad. The others are still skewered and completely battered with arrows. The bear takes a good chunk of most of the arrows as you just pull out your bows and release a complete barrage of just death in their face.
Cool. Now I'm gonna run back and hide.
Don't remember you can attack as your reaction because
Yes, because Seraphos Bless, you can make an attack as a reaction.
As well as
Yes.
my. Okay.
Remember, it will take your reaction for this turn, however, so you won't be able to use Scout then. But you will get sneak attack on this reaction because you haven't attacked this turn yet.
Wait. Well, didn't I just attack?
Yeah, but you didn't use sneak attack.
Oh.
You only get one sneak attack per round, regardless
Oh.
of how many actual attacks you have.
I don't know. For some reason, I had it in my head that if I already attacked them without a sneak attack, then they were alerted to me. But if you're gonna let me do it, I'll totally do it.
Oh, wait, yeah. Never mind, because you don't have advantage and no ally is within 15 feet of it.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
you could wait until someone gets within reach of it because you are acting at the same turn.
You
But I
could
will.
run up.
I will take the shot though. I'll shoot at the bear.
Hey, wait, Dan.
What?
Let me measure something first.
Goran can probably get in with 4.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to...
Goran, you could reach with 40 feet of movement.
I'm gonna.
So you could shoot the bear with with the sneak attack.
All right. So does somebody else want to go up before I take my next actions? Because we can do that too.
Sure,
Yep.
I can run up and start hitting. Which is
All
what
right.
he's gonna do anyways. He's gonna get angry and hit things. It's his job.
All right, Goran, you can rush up to it, and then Ram can
Goran-
immediately attack to get sneak
Goran
attack.
rushes up to it, and he's gonna, of course, I'm popping rage.
All right.
I feel like it went without saying, but and then I'm gonna make my attacks on him. Where the hell did my character thing go?
You can stand on these lights, however. They are immaterial.
No, I can stand on the lights. You said.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, had no need to. So. Bindings of Wrath. 1. Oof. 2.
10 does not. That does.
And I'm gonna go ahead and use that bonus.
Grapple.
Reaction.
Oh, no, you.
Yeah, the reaction.
There we go.
I can only give out one attack, can I?
Yeah.
Combat.
I think you can only choose one character.
Yeah, one person. Sorry for
okay.
the-
So I don't have the.
Yeah.
Unless
Okay.
you want to give it to Goran, but I think I think you're called to use it on Ram. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, that crit did not happen.
Bummer.
That's okay,
Sorry.
it was poopy damage anyway.
Yeah.
You did hit it with the binders of rot though, so I think you can grapple it as a bonus action.
Yep. So yeah,
Didn't
fine.
you
I'm
rage-
gonna.
Wait, hold on. Didn't you rage?
Yeah,
as
yeah, I
bonus action?
rage, so that's my bonus action.
Never mind. All right, but you can make your attack now, Ram.
All right.
No, I don't think I need to grapple as a bonus action. Wasn't it just grappling as part of the attack?
Let me check.
Yeah.
But make the attack in the meanwhile. Though. Nope, you have to use bonus action to fire away. 11 does not hit, I believe. No.
Damn.
Well, can't you attack as a bonus action with crossbow expert?
Nope, he can only attack when he takes the attack action.
Okay.
Action to use his special ability.
Fair enough.
What? Wait, say I didn't catch the last part of that. What?
You can't attack using your bonus action, but you weren't going to use, use your bonus action.
Yeah, I was gonna go. I was gonna go hide. Yeah.
Fucking turn is the longest.
Stealth check.
Yep. You can't stand on Seraphos' space.
Oh.
Get out of his pants.
All right.
Okay.
You believe you're quite stealthy. And all right, you may now take your turn, Leohorn.
Hang on. Let me just make sure I can. Okay, yeah. I'll move to here, and I'm gonna shoot a crossbow round at the bear. The bear.
The
Instant
bears.
That's a nah.
Ooh. See, this is where all our 20s are coming around to bite us.
Yeah.
I can't believe you double crit failed.
It goes out the fur on the other side. You didn't hit anything on the inside because most of the inside had rotted away in that particular part.
And I can only make one shot with the crossbow.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you don't have crossbow expert.
Okay, well then I'm going to switch. I'm gonna sling the crossbow and pull out my sword and shield. And oh well, that's my turn.
That's your turn. Boom, 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 boom. Log comes dashing forwards.
Log.
Excuse me, Log is sorry.
It's less dashing and more lumbering.
More lumbering, yes. And well, that's all he can do on his turn.
Leo felt something brush the top of his head as Leo as a lug stepped over him.
Sophie slaps Leo in the back of his head as Slug steps over him.
Sorry.
Better not think about it.
So 2 of these are going to attack Goran, and 2 of them are going to attack Lug.
Wait. I can still move and use an action.
Attack me.
Yes, you can. All right, I totally forgot that you were going to do that. So let me just keep those back for now. Because I forgot the important part, that you were going to move out and use Channel Divinity, right?
Yes. I was going to make them into little cowards. Yep. Hopefully.
Link it for me, please. And then roll the damage.
Roll damage is just being
wisdom save.
And then I just use Sacred Flame, right?
Yep. No, the damage is listed in your special ability, isn't it?
Yeah, but I remember if I recall correctly, it was wait. Sorry. It's 2d10. I thought it was 2d8, so yep. Come on, 20. That's middle of the road.
Yeah, that's all the damage you would.
Yep. So, on the plus side, not a single one of them passed the save, so they're all turned. And one of the wolves is almost completely incinerated. So you guys do not actually suffer any damage on the wolf's turn, because guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna run away.
Run away!
To be devil's advocate here, how many of them is in range?
That's their turn. Nick.
just to check, like, the lights are over here, so over here is still dark or dim light.
If you, I think light comes that way because someone casts light on someone, but
Well, Gurren has light on him.
yeah, then it's probably dim light. Let me check. Goran has 20 feet of light, so yes, that is dim light.
Okay, because I'd like to teleport north here so I can minor illusion the skull.
Oh, she destroyed that one. That's what triggered combat.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yep, Sigrun Eldritch blasted it.
Gotcha. The bear's still a problem, though.
Yep.
It was turned. It just hasn't
Oh.
moved yet.
Oh, well, fuck.
But well, they're all technically a problem still.
Mm-hmm.
But you can choose who you want to deal with first.
I feel like letting the little guys wander around while we take the big target's probably a good idea. So I'm going to whap, whap,
Hit.
spin to key
Still up.
point, whap, whap.
Damn.
Still up, barely, as you just rush up towards it. Strike first, and another one cracking the bone in its face. Then you leap over it, strike your foot down, and you can feel spine fracturing from the strike. And then you turn around and finish it off with a kick to the shoulder, and one of its legs just completely gives out. But it still stands.
Barely.
Barely.
Oh.
Wait, who left and came back?
I have shame in my life.
That's
That's it.
do I want to stunning strike it? It's a bear. It probably has a decent con though. I'm not gonna stun it.
Fair. End of your turn.
Yep.
All right. The bear is gonna make 2 attacks. One against you because you totally wrecked it, and the
Gee,
other
I wonder
against Goran. It's gonna make a claw attack against Goran. Rising on its hind leg, is swiping down. 22 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
You take 11 points of slashing damage, halved to 6. And a 24 against
Yep.
you take 6 points of piercing damage and 5 points of necrotic damage for a total of 11. And I need you to make a constitution saving throw as it bites into your shin leg. Your body, however, nullifies the disease and infectious spread as you quickly brush away the saliva from the wound. And it's a zombie, so it has no sense of self-preservation. It will remain exactly where it is. And we're back on top with Sigrun.
Alrighty, I am going to move. And whoop, wrong thing. There it is. Pew pew.
Nice.
All right.
At least one of them.
27 hits and 9 does not, but a 27 crit is all you need. Your blast strikes right through the creature's skull, crushing it right through its degenerate body, which slumps to the ground once again, lifeless and at rest.
As it should be.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, that is my turn.
That is your turn. Ronnie is gonna run out and just ask if anyone needs healing.
I do.
And
Bear bit me.
Moon's haunted.
all right, she's gonna hit you with a, let's say, third level healing word, healing you for a total of 11.
Yay! Lost 11, gained 11. Thanks, Ronnie.
No problem. And then she's gonna then she's just gonna take the dodge action because she can, because she didn't use an action. Done.
Don is gonna step forward into the cave, and I'm
Come in.
gonna cast Infuse Weapon, Imbue Element on Goran, so his next attack deals an extra 2d10 fire damage.
Cool. Seraphos.
Well, Seraphos is gonna target this. Wait, is that in range of the spell? It is. He's gonna target this doggy. I can't seem to ping it. There.
Because you're in the measuring tool.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. Not anymore. Not on my end.
This one?
But yes, that one. After he has moved up here, he's gonna sig.
He roboted a little.
Robot voice?
Hello.
Hello.
Is it
Hello.
better? Is it better?
Yeah.
Yes.
You went robot for a second. All right, roll damage.
Clearly, the internet is dying.
No,
Clear.
it's probably my computer being
Good.
fucked over.
Hard fails, but it's not
Peter
dead
doesn't
yet. As the fire bursts around it, burning it, it howls and yelps and then turns around with an angry snarl. No
Nice.
longer turned.
I wish to smashy.
That's my turn.
That's your turn. Lug also wants to smash, so he's gonna walk over and do that before you can get there.
God damn it.
But he's gonna smash the other one. And
No.
I'm gonna smash too.
Yeah.
He failed, see?
he goes wrong and just misses completely. So his
Oh my
club does
God.
crack the ground and deal a lot of damage.
Big ass hit, yeah.
Oh, Lug miss. Goran.
Goran's gonna run up and smash. Reckless attack. Give me the. Should I try to power hit?
Do it, you fucking pussy.
Are you hitting the one?
Oh.
Okay,
2d10.
the other one.
Extra
Which
2d10.
one do you want to absolutely fucking obliterate?
So, hold on. I'm being told to roll 2d10 as well. So, there you go.
Actually, you should roll 4d10 because you critted.
Another
yeah,
2d10.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Again, which one do you want to absolutely obliterate?
Hit the one that one was trying to hit.
Yeah, no, like this.
It's like you do it like this. Smack right on the top of his head.
You're
Wish.
striking down as fire glows and explodes outwards and just crushes this creature completely. It is very much entirely gone.
He looks back up at Lug. See, it's all about how you twist your wrist.
Ooh,
Goran's like,
Oh,
I
it
like
goes up
this, but not like that's nice. But I like this, and like shows his fists.
And then I'm gonna move over to here so that I can keep this one in where I want it.
Ram.
All right. Can I hit either one of these guys from where I'm at?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Yeah, I didn't know if if I had to step out to shoot them, would that ruin my sneak attack or not?
Nah, you can see them from here because you ignore cover with crossbow.
Okay.
X.
All right, so I get advantage then. Which one of these guys should I hit? Whichever one looks the weakest, or no, whichever
They-
one looks the strongest.
They look about the same.
All right, well, either one then.
Go for the one that looks the mangiest.
Yeah.
This-
Which one? That one?
This
Alright.
one.
Yeah. All right. You got it. Sneak attack.
Well, that hits. Doesn't kill it, but it strikes it in one of the eyes and it yelps and turns to around. That's 3 ones you rolled on sneak attack.
That
And
sucks.
another one on your normal attack.
That sucks.
You have your bonus action attack if you want to use that.
Yeah.
No
Man.
advantage, but it hits. Same one or other one.
Same one.
And as it turns around, the other bolt comes flying and just strikes out the other eye.
Cool. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. We're actually Leo Horn.
All right. Move another 30 feet to here.
Hi, Leo.
What's up, Nick?
Zombies.
Zombies. And I'm going to take my crossbow and go a little pew pew at the one in front of Goran.
Kill the
All right.
zombies by shooting them in the head.
That one too is now dead.
They can't eat you if you make a
Goran,
bed.
you were
Shoot the
standing there
zombies,
menacingly and
shoot the
suddenly
zombies, shoot the
a
zombies, yeah.
crossbow bolt burrows into its skull and it falls to the ground still.
I was gonna do that.
What?
Get your own wolves.
Anything else, Leon?
Nope, that's all.
All right. Wolf is still turn, so it takes the dodge action. Attacks against it at disadvantage now, as it can't run away any further. Nick.
Tummy not happy. Well, actually, can I dash? Can I be here?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to block off people shooting it from a distance. Disadvantage. Okay.
Yep.
Whabap.
Miss.
Whabap.
Miss.
Whabap.
Hit. Still alive. As you swing, the creature dodges away. A faint whimper, though drony in a sense. And when you finally hit it, it snaps out of its stupor and it's back to growling at you.
Bad doggy. That's my turn.
Anything else?
Nope, that's my turn.
That's your turn. Sigrun.
Alrighty. Well, once again, I am too far from this thing, so I'm just Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
Alrighty.
$18 hits, and with that, the final on the wolf is just blown away. You shatter a part of its rib cage and burn a hole through its mangy fur as the Eldritch Blast tears through it and finishes it off. Combat is over.
Yay.
Yeah.
That went surprisingly well.
Too well.
I
Oh,
believe
Yes.
it was just then I wouldn't call them guards, but they were clearly just an outpost, whatever the word is.
Hey, what's up with this?
Before you lies the half-eaten corpse of a white dragon hatchling. The scales have been mostly torn away. The belly has been upended and cut open. Chunks of meat are missing. So much of this corpse has been completely destroyed that there is little risk of it rising again from the dead, as the head is completely destroyed.
Oh, shit.
That's really not good.
So there's some kind of power struggle between. Interesting.
Not necessarily the undead attack everything living.
Well, once the undead chain the older dragon, and now we have evidence that they've attacked their hatchlings. That seems more than just chance at this point.
Do you think that dragon that we rescued was this one's mother?
I know this lore, but what do I roll to know about dragons and shit?
Yeah. Can I? What?
History?
History, okay.
Yep.
It's
Seraphos, you can roll history at advantage because you spend some time here, so you might know a little bit.
wasn't supposed to be advantage, but
Uh,
19.
19, still a good number.
Because, well, white drakes aren't really known to care for their hatchlings. They usually tend to leave them to their own devices. So at least we don't have to worry about a pissed off dragon mommy.
That's a relief. However, there might be other hatches around, so we need to stay vigilant.
Are the hatchlings intelligent?
So,
Barely.
with an 18, hatchlings are effectively wild animals, especially white dragons, which are the least intelligent of all dragon kind.
Yeah, white dragons are basically just primal dragons.
Yep.
They're the least sentient, so to say, most animalistic dragon.
Hmm.
And they're evil, so they're basically dicks.
Yep. All chromatic dragons are basically dicks.
But yeah, at least it's not one of. But if there's hatchlings around, it's usually older dragons too. They don't care much for each other, but they don't stray far.
Rani chimes in and says, "Yes, it's a strange phenomena here around the seat of the goddess. The white dragons here are a lot less territorial than what you're usually seeing. They actually tolerate each other's presence. We don't really understand why. We only know that used to be plenty of them around."
So we should head further in. We have two paths, as I can see. Correct?
Yep.
Not much of a choice other than.
But isn't there both south and north?
Well,
Well,
I'd say
from
we're
my
probably
direction,
going.
it looks left and right.
We should probably
Uh-huh.
head north where the skull was sighted. They probably lead us to wherever we need to go.
I do think that we need to go north. However, are we sure that the other cavern was the one that the old
We came
woman was
from.
speaking of?
Well, we
She said
already
something
know
about
that
it
if
being
it's the
before.
flowers we're looking for, Leo told us that they have been rotted away by corruption, so we won't be able to
Right.
find them either way.
You said that
But
she said it would be to the left.
Yeah, before a dwarven ruin.
but if we collectively head north, our sneak could probably go down south and check it out, and then catch up to us.
I don't know, splitting up sounds like a bad idea, especially since whatever is here knows where we are too.
Goran's gonna move and cast his peepers around.
Right? You see something here, and here your vision catches sight of something more gruesome. It is not a circle of blood in which a larger skull has been placed, upon which a blood red candle lit.
Hey, there's another blood star here.
Oh hell!
He doesn't know what to
Ooh.
call
I'm not
him.
thinking.
It is
Ugh.
Jewish.
scattered about this one seems to be raw chunks of meat placed in each end of the star.
Is that another sea skull?
It doesn't seem to have the same blue flame. It seems to have a different purpose. It's still a skull, however.
Probably one of them circles like we encountered at the frozen river. You know how to destroy them, right? Don says to Seraphon, who's apparently is named Mike now.
Yeah, sorry, it's just me. I tried to reload it and I haven't
Yeah,
changed.
you're still
his
kind
role-playing.
of roboting around a little bit.
Yeah. It's my computer acting up, and I have no idea why it's doing it right now. It's doing it more than usual.
You're way past. However, from this position, Sigrun, you can see that there is a pathway leading onwards here.
Mhm.
It continues for a bit, but you think you can see some vague sense of light ahead from it, as if it's leading to exit.
There may be an exit ahead if we keep going down the south way.
So
I
that's
see some light.
so that's the way out, but we need to go further in, correct?
Don't
I
know.
don't know.
We only know we need to get up to the peak.
You have taken a left turn from where you entered here, if you remember.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Lug, meanwhile, seems to trail a little bit behind after the mention of flowers being, rotten. He looks crestfallen.
Look, we'll see what we can do. Don't give up hope yet.
Lug looks to you. His eyes are a little bit empty and full of doubt, but he just merely nods without a word. And yes, here is another unholy ritual site.
Yeah, I'd like to do the thing and destroy it.
All right. Holding up your sword, flames begin to blast out, destroying the skull and burning away the remains of the bloody ritual.
So that's that. I say we should head further inside. I don't think we are getting anywhere from going out.
What if the flowers there?
I mean, we can take a peeps around. Perhaps there's
I
a
think we
path
should.
that doesn't go through the caves that's clearly inhabited, but something that's watching us.
And it would be good to know if this really is an exit, because we may have to book it out of here.
So my vision over here, can Goran see this? Down here to the south?
If you can see, you can see.
Okay. That over there does not look like cave flooring.
It indeed does not. Well, it looks like it begins as a sort of passage, but it doesn't last for very long. Sigrun can tell as much, but indeed there is tiles underneath the cave wall.
Could that be the ruins?
That's what I'm thinking.
Could check it out.
I
Goran's
agree.
our head mover.
Let's.
Goran's a decision man.
All right, stepping out right there. What is your passive perception, the two of you?
10.
14.
All right. Leor, are you inspecting something?
Yes. This is to the left of where they said they saw ruins, so I'm going to look around and see if I see anything.
Okay, make an investigation check. Alright, you see this half buried in the snow. It seems to be some sort of barrel.
Leo pauses and then calls over his shoulder. Hey, what are you, Rom?
Alright. Yeah.
Leo points further in to the left side of the cave, like little area here. There's something over there. You see any traps on it?
Let me take a look. Perception?
Sure. Actually, searching for traps is investigation. And you have to be
Okay.
next to it, or well, closer to search for traps. You can't do it from this position.
Alright. How about here?
Yeah, that's close enough.
Alright. Investigation.
Alright, seems untrapped. Having heard the shouting, Ronnie comes walking in as well and says, "Oh, that there is a druid cache. We leave them here for wayfarers and other druids who traverse the mountains. It's a sort of means to help them, usually rations and gear they might need to survive up here."
Well, it doesn't seem to be rigged up.
Would they take offense in us, checking that out?
No, we leave them for the express purpose of helping wanderers.
All right.
Alright. I'll go.
Yep.
See what's in the box.
It's a lid, and you open it up. Within, you find 3 good fur coats. You find about 15 rations,
Nice.
mostly dried berries and dried meats. You also find 2 spell scrolls.
Ooh.
Dried
Okay.
and obviously frozen by now.
Yep. Also, Don, since you have a high passive perception, this thing is here. This one is one of those skulls.
Let's see here. Yep, Goran is gonna go up and tap Goran on his shoulder. Tap tap. And kind of pointing towards it.
Mind you, Goran is now lit up because of the light spell, so yes, it has definitely spotted him.
Yeah, and he's within 30 feet, so it would have seen him either way.
Yep.
Did you mark that stuff down, Dan?
No. Let me see.
Ronnie,
Don is then gonna step up and give it the finger.
Was that 3 fur coats,
Whip it out,
15
pee
rats,
on it.
and
Yeah, I can't remember the other one.
2 skulls?
let me write it down.
Yeah, spell scrolls, that was it.
Ronnie calls out, "Take what you need, leave the rest for others."
Well, I'd probably only take a couple rations.
I can make food if need be.
Yeah,
I mean, we have rations at least for the evening, so because
Alright.
Don made sure that we can enter his genius abode for every night we're on the mountain.
So
And I
so nobody needs rations. What about furs?
I think we got first for everyone.
I would
How about
suggest
spell
we-
scroll?
I
Go ahead.
wouldn't-
Do we have anybody that can identify the spell scrolls?
I mean, Dawn.
You can probably have a peep at them.
Leo says rather loudly, "Oh boy, some
Oi,
sort of
Donnie!"
arcane incantations over here. If only I knew some asshole that got all bonered up every time somebody wiggled their fingers."
Hey,
I think he's talking
Hey.
about you.
hey,
Did I
Leo.
hear something?
Maybe don't shout in the tunnels.
The skull begins to hover and fly over, following.
Well, once it gets close enough, Gordon's smashing it.
It begins following, flies up to.
Oh yeah, we're spotted. Don says as he passes. Now what?
Gordon's
What was the
absolutely not-
what was Horny on about?
Didn't see my note of me Eldritch blasting.
Oh, I noticed. I missed that. Well, in that case, it was blasted before it was smashed.
Okay,
Damn.
what you
Damn,
what you on about?
Leo points at the two spell scrolls. What are you human? What do your human eyes see?
Can I study them to see if I understand what they are?
You
Sure.
understand both of them because they are on the bard's spell list, I believe. The
Okay.
spells are one scroll of Revivify and one scroll of Flame Blade.
Ooh, nice.
Well, you want them?
Yeah, I want them. Don says as he takes them.
All right. I don't think we need anything else that's in here. I mean, I don't.
Leo did end up taking a few rations to top himself off, but that was it.
All right.
And if nobody else wants to get anything, he'll cap the cash back off.
Yep. And yep. Tossing the light on, and you leave it as it is. They're resting there for the next weary adventurer to get some help. Caches like these are spread all across the mountains, especially between the first and second peak. That is where we typically figure they are needed.
Well, like I said, there was a sentry in the down the ruins, and it managed to spot Goran. So who's ever here knows that we walk down this path.
Well, at least we'll have less time to prepare now.
Goran, do you mind if I dispel that light?
But then I can't see.
Well, didn't we wanna check out the exit first before delving deeper?
That's a good idea. I'll move ahead.
You see a log is following close behind you, and suddenly his ears peek up and he sort of flicks and he just blinks a few times and says, oh, it must be there, it must be there. And then he begins to sort of shuffle his way forward to try and get ahead of you excitedly. Oh, look,
Gordon's grabbing him by the back of his shirt and pulling him back.
Look, I know you're excited. I'm very hopeful, but we need to be careful.
If you fall.
Make an athletics check, Goran. Contested by Lug.
Oh, God.
Can I roll persuasion on him?
No, you don't need to. Goran just,
Okay.
and Goran's just standing there holding both hands. Lug is pretty strong. So this time you have to use both your hands and sort of dig your heels in, but he's not moving.
Easy there, big guy.
But look is certain. Look knows. Stay there. And I'm gonna move you here as.
Well, check. Don't rush ahead. That's how you die.
Okay. So, stepping forward out of this little passage, the stone soon gives way to more rocky ground. You come upon the exit, and here you see in front of you lies a wide but narrow, sort of like a cliff precipice. It has this sort of like small, narrow passageway just outside from the cavernous mouth, and then goes into a sort of almost circular shape. And upon this, you see a large collection of these white flowers swaying in the wind. The sky has now grown gray, and snowfall is heavy and the wind is powerful.
I think I see them.
Think you see what?
Flowers.
Well, who feels so inclined to go and grab them?
Look.
Look at Leo is actually going to step ahead of Lug. Lug,
But they are right there.
I'll get them. You got to make sure that you stay safe. That way you can go back to your friend. We told you that we were going to help you. I'll take care of it.
Right.
And they're just ahead.
Mm-hmm. They're like, you see them on this sort of like, it seems a lot like the other shelf you were on where that spirit was and shoved you off the mountain. Similar but different one.
Leo pauses, then pulls out a rope, wraps it around his armor, and then hands the other end to Lug. You know what to do.
Mm-hmm. He looks at the rope and grabs it. And the rest of you, as he's turned around, the wind catches up and a pillar of light appears in the middle. And from this pillar, you see once again the same fake creature appear.
Leo's still got his back to Lug. Now, if anything happens, I start to go flying out. Wait, why are you looking at me like that? Oh, it's right behind me, isn't it?
Yes.
Hello.
Silent and wordless, the creature hovers in the air once more and extends its hand and holds out it as before a stop motion.
Okay, we're stopping. What is it this time?
The creature then points in the direction you came from.
Want us to go back?
The creature nods.
All right. You know what happened the last time? We're probably gonna have an opportunity to get this on our way back.
They're right there.
Lug, this is we are gonna get the flowers, just not right at this moment. I'm gonna need you to be patient.
But we don't know. The last time we saw them, they were rotten. He said so. And he points to Leo. I can just reach out and grab some. I don't have to go there.
Lug.
I told you, be patient. We're gonna get this.
You get tired of being patient. What if there are no more?
Lug, there will be more.
How do you know?
Leo turns to face the thing. You're asking for us to trust you. Why should we?
You get no response from the creature.
Well, 2 times out of 3, 2 times already. We kind of saved our life by stopping. I'm starting to notice a pattern.
Same. I'm gonna turn to it. Will we have another chance for these?
You do not get any response.
Does anybody have mage hand?
Nope.
All I got is teleport. That's it.
You know what? I'm going to cast Mage Hand and ask, will this be safe?
The creature makes no motion.
Move it slowly forward.
Everyone go back into the cave.
Leo unties the rope from him and wraps it around Sigrun. I don't think you have any more flying left in you.
I don't.
He gives
It
the
is
rope a
Don-
little tug.
so your mage hand will be able to reach there.
Don't give Sigrun a pat on the shoulder. You got this. Pick them flowers, and you have guidance for whatever shenanigans you need to do.
Thank you. I'm going to move my mage hand slowly towards the flowers, like keeping my eyes on the creature, like asking permission. Is this okay?
No, be quiet. And you see Lug just sort of stomp his foot and shake his head. The creature, however, does not respond.
Can Seraphos would is Luck out like out of reach?
Nope. You are all at the caverns entrance. And
All right,
I'm
Seraphos would take Lug, this huge giant of a person, literally a giant, and try and like instill some kind of I don't know what the word is, respect, order into Luck by Luck is faithful, correct? He's shown that he's faithful, correct?
no.
Fair
Not
enough.
particularly, at very least. I mean, you can
Um,
assume, but he hasn't shown any particular reverence, no.
Seraphos going to say something in the lines of the mission. We have orders. We have a mission. You will act accordingly, or you will be left behind. To try and get him to stop acting like a child.
All right. Make an intimidation check.
I'm gonna feel this.
Right, so Lug turns towards you. His face is contorted with frustration, and now it seems to boil over in rage. And then she seemingly seems to calm down a little bit and just doesn't answer you. He just glowers angrily in your direction.
Yeah, douche nozzle, that's not really your call. But he has a point, Lug. Being angry doesn't help.
Lug falls quiet.
You
All
know,
right.
actually, as I'm moving my hand out, I have an idea. My hand dissipates, reappears next to me with a vial of one of my holy waters, and I start slowly reaching out again. This is a gift. I'm not going to use this against you. I'm going to lay this down. And I put it down in front of the flowers and grab a handful.
All right. You lay it down. The spirit doesn't even regard the gift. And you get a handful of flowers. Make an investigation check for me, please.
Do you have guidance? Whoops, that was supposed to be a 17.
Yep. Add a d4.
Right, 20.
Dirty 20.
A very
Yep,
dirty 20.
As the flowers come to you, they shimmer for a moment, and you see that the flowers you're holding are wilted and falling apart, as are all the flowers that seemingly was in full bloom upon this precipice.
No.
This was an illusion.
Ah, so he was warning us about that.
Yep, I've put this together. That thing's on our side.
Leo
Or at
regards
the very
flowers
least,
for
it's willing to help us.
Yeah,
Can you tell
Wait.
us where to get the actual flowers?
I don't think he can. We'll have to find the real ones.
Do you do charades?
The spirit looks towards you all like, points towards the cave you came from, and before a drift of snow catches it and it disappears.
Right, back inside.
Right.
Back inside.
I kind of like whisper, "Thank you for your guidance."
You turn back. Lug remains at the mouth of the cave and falling to his knees a bit, and just looks on in what looks to be sheer despair.
Look,
Um,
these first two were illusions. These were not the ones we were to find. We will find them. Have hope.
Lug just grits his teeth and begins to slam his fists into the ground in sheer rage and fury. And as he does, you see how the ledge begins to crack and the stones connecting it fall and the whole ledge begins to tumble over down the side of the mountain.
Lug,
someone stop him or I'm going.
Lug, I need you to rein it in. Come on. You can
Leo's
do
going
this.
Leo's going to try and catch his hand.
If we die, then we're not going to be able to save your son.
Well, he's not fighting you so much as he just looks to you. There is this sad expression in his eyes, and he just speaks to save Teko. Yes. Lug must save Teko, no matter what it takes.
We're going to
Right.
save Teko.
It ain't over until it's over. We still have 6 more peaks.
Suddenly, I wish I was on that cliff.
We'll find it.
And the moment that this sort of like precipice cracked and fell over, again, Don, you hear this.
Shut the fuck up.
You're the only one who heard it, by the way. So all of a
Excuse me.
sudden, Don just goes, that.
Excuse me, one.
Be gone, thought!
Don, you were saying something profane. What's the matter?
That cackling bitch. And again, she's probably
Maybe we
toying
should
with
get-
us.
Maybe we should get inside of that case in case of an avalanche or something.
Yep. Let's head back inside.
Leo's going to walk alongside Lug as best he can.
Log is now beginning to drift a little bit behind the party. I'm just going to move everyone back about the same position here. All right. Ronnie seems to have at least some sympathy, but for the most part has remained quiet in the background for this exchange.
Well, since we need to go through the ruins, I think we should look at this flooring, because there was something here. I guess.
You return, and once again your footfalls hit upon stone tiles as you come into this man-made or rather dwarf-made corridor. The stonework is pretty good. It has held up for a long, long time. And here the ceiling is a bit further over your heads, giving you plenty of room to maneuver about.
Right, so lights out. Don't ask.
Question
So-
is, what's in that back room that we passed by?
Yeah, we did pass a room.
I mean, we don't
Okay.
have much time for sightseeing. That might just be a continuation of the cave network. We really need to pick a path and stick to it. And I say this path is closer.
Just be prepared for ambushes. Case.
We need to be prepared for ambushes everywhere. There was a skull up that path also.
I'm gonna throw it out there that we've been going for 4 hours already.
If you guys want to cut it here, we can cut it here.
I mean, that now would be a good spot to cut it instead of.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Probably. So let's call it here for the evening. I didn't realize it was that late because of time savings.
No, I mean I'm fine, but I can keep
I'm
going.
fine too, but yeah.
But yeah, it's a good spot, enough spot to quit at least.
Yeah.
I look at it like this. This is a good stopping spot because otherwise we could be in here for another 4 hours.
True.
Yeah.
True. Better to stop while you're ahead. All right then.
Yeah.
We'll call it here for tonight, and we'll continue your adventures in these
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Oh yeah, did you know we have a Friday? We play this game on Fridays too.
Tomorrow's Thursday.
Oh,
Kat.
Thursday.
No, don't
Thursday
correct
then.
him. Don't correct him.
I'm on Thursday.
Let him figure it out. He
Hope
won't
you
learn
guys-
if you don't let him figure it out.
Rip, shut up.
I hope you guys enjoyed this session with all the challenges and exploration. There has been a lot of exploration content thus far, and a little less focus on combat.
That's not.
I got thrown off a mountain. That was tight.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I'm sorry that I was a bit tilted, but these hardware issues is tilting.
You didn't sound
okay.
too good with me.
Yeah, I didn't notice any tilt.
A little frustration,
I'm-
but I mean
I'm-
that makes sense when you're having technical difficulties.
I'm very angry.
Very angry.
You approach things with
I'm
the Swedes mentality.
enraged.
I am
Simmering
so
with
pissed off right now.
Brooklyn rage.
Yeah. Well, I hope next session is gonna be interesting as you explore the depths of how far these ruins reach.
Spoiler alert, there's just a corner there.
Yeah.
You go around the corner, it's just a wall.
Dead
It says
end.
JK.
No. We go in there and there's a Starbucks and that's it.
I fucks with the Bucks.